Hello, hello, hello. Is everybody hearing me? Am I coming through? Hello, Latent. Hello, Harry. Hello, Agent B7. Hello, Poketoa. Hello, Reniculus. Hello, Hannah. Hello, Hopefully Human. Hello, Pixie. Hello, Mr. Action. Hello, Quavery. Hello, Deltas. Hello, Leo. Hello, Frostbite. I am glad that I'm audible. As you can hear, despite my best efforts, things still aren't great in the vocal department. So the warning remains up on the top of the screen. With that in mind, I think we're ready to begin. I forgot to actually activate myself. Okay, 1 second. Okay. Thank you for the head pats. All right. That's not where I am, relative. Okay, we'll go with that. Hello, everybody. Hi, hi, hi. I am Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat, and it is great to have you here. If we have not met before, I make Eurobeat music, the likes of which you've heard in Super Eurobeat, Initial D, DDR, and Matara Kanavi Shoujo. Great to have you here. Looks like since last we caught up, we have follows from Dauntless Dan, Makes, Emerge, Piano Raptor 3141, Sebasi, and Pinky Eva. Can we get some love in the chat for our newest follows? I hope you are all doing very, very well today. Because today's not been super solid for me, so I'm really glad that I'm here. I hope you're all doing very well. Room is so preppy. I suppose so. I could see that. Thank you for that, Bats. Yeah. I started stream a little late. I ran a little late. Sorry to transfer a bit of today on you. I'm looking forward to streaming today because, well, the hard part is over, the starting part, and now we're here. How y'all doing today? Thank you for that, Pat's Lol Savior. I hope you're doing well today. No rewards. I think Tangia's still all good. Pally's all up to date. Great. Yeah, how's everyone's weekend? I hope you're all well rested, or at least well, that you had a good time. I'll put it that way. I feel like a weirdo for apologizing when starting broadcast less than 5 minutes ahead and going live more than 2 minutes late. I guess I would have to think about why you're bringing that up. To each our own, I suppose. Pretty nice. Comfy rain, watching slow day. I feel that. Yeah, it's been a little bit on and off with the weather today. Like, there was a little sunny patch in the weather today, so I took a little time to walk around the block and clear my head. Yeah, now that I've got my ramen and my tea and my teapot and my water, the weekend is actually painful without Audie streams. Aww. B7, all good, all good. I will say today is kind of a rougher day for it. I've been perpetually frustrated all day today, and not in a spicy oh my kind of way, as in I need other things to stop putzing around with my time kind of frustrated. I do hope I'm not taking it out on any of you. Chat, how do you process frustration? That's a weird question. And I'm not looking for a specific answer. I guess I'm just trying to think about it for myself. Gosh, today, I guess I'll kind of get into it. It gives me a good starting point, I suppose. So I've been waiting for an appointment. That was today. I was supposed to have a call with the doctor that sent me to get, hello, Raposito. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well today. I am coming down from a pretty frustrating day, so I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be spending time with you. Hello, Type 2T. Yes, indeed. Mommy Eurobeat. I could roll with that. I could roll with that. So I was waiting for that call, and you know, I'm struggling to get there on time. I wake up early. I get myself put together. I skip breakfast, which is my favorite meal, and I'll usually not go a day without skipping it because it would mean that I'd be late for my appointment. So I'm there. I'm all set up. My tech is all good. I'm ready. 5 minutes pass. 10 minutes pass. 20 minutes pass. After 45 minutes of waiting for my doctor, I decided just to call him directly. And the call basically consisted of him going over what I already knew from the assessment that I got, and going over resources that were already mentioned on the website from what was covered before. This man was 45 minutes late to read me the website. So my time did not feel very well respected, especially since I had a few other things that I needed to cover today. But then I had to make another phone call about getting my password and username for a tax situation. And the website is designed as such where once you log in for the first time, it requires you to have a password. I'm sorry, to have a PIN number, not a password. But that requires you to know your username and password. And for whatever reason, no combination of my usernames or passwords that it allowed would work. And bonus points, it's the kind of website that requires a 15-character password. So I'm trying to figure out whatever combination of those. Yeah, this is, mind you, this is for 2022 taxes. I still got to file my 2023s. And deduct. So fortunately, I'm not in a place where I'm going to be in trouble. The payments should still all go through. I just wanted to have an oversight of what's ahead and what to expect. So there was that. Last of all was, I don't know, from there it was just a bunch of little things that keep stacking up. Just little things that would take up time and little things that took up just more than usual. And I'm frustrated. It's just, I don't deal with... The song in the background just feels a little bit too fitting. Thank you, pets. I'm learning how to process frustration. That sounds weird, but, yeah, it is what it is. And in time, I have a couple of days to get to find what the password was before I basically have to just make a new account, which I hate and sucks, and it points to an awful site design, just truly legendarily bad design. But that's the situation I'm in. And no amount of taking it out on people or being short with people is going to make it go away. I'm saying that partially now to, I guess, just have a little bit of warning. Just, I don't want to take it out on you. I've already been blunt with people today in a way that I'm not proud of. I think I'm just not used to processing frustration. By the way, this is meant to be a stream, not a sermon. This is not me telling you how to process frustration or some secret trick that I found for it or something. It's just, damn, today sucked. Well, today up to now. I am, and this is not just me saying cutesy streamer things for hearts and woos. I am genuinely happy to be streaming right now. Maybe it's when I don't have any medicine, an important one at that, and when I go to schedule an appointment that I have every 3 months with said doctor, the doctor's on vacation for 2 weeks. Yeah, that sucks. That is, that's not great. Yeah, I really do hope that they have some way to get your medication to you. Or at least to have someone even just stand in. Hello, Hedonian. Hope we can help you feel better. You already do. I am having an improved day. I'll put it that way. I've got my ramen noodles here. Got my teacup with my usual tea. I've actually got a tea that I don't tend to make in a little teapot next to me with a little bit of milk and powdered sugar. And I'm gonna be okay. I'm practically medicineless for 2 weeks and I can't order medicine until I have that appointment. I'm sorry to hear that, Daniel. I hope that they can get you that appointment with someone who is equally qualified, or at least someone that can just stand in and deliver that appointment. I'm gonna have a couple of bites real quick. Sorry, I need to eat something. I did technically have lunch, but it was more like brunch because I had it at like 11:30. Yeah, how do you all process frustration? Do you tend to be angry? Do you have a safe outlet? Do you just be frustrated somewhere quiet? Do you do something to calm yourself down? It's interesting because I found myself judging myself for my frustration. Not because oh, I shouldn't be frustrated. I definitely felt that. It was more just like, I wish I didn't feel angry when I'm frustrated. And cry, but don't do that. Wait, why not? What's wrong with crying? If anything, it's weird. I kind of wish that I cried more. I bottle it too much. Sometimes I just cry. Aw, Jesse. Usually just talk it out with someone I love and indeed cry. I kind of wish that crying came more naturally to me. I would have thought that by now, I would have been crying more often. I don't care about stuff that makes me mad, so it's easy to deal with. When you think of it like that, just, oh well, nothing I can do, it sucks, but oh well, stuff happens. Crying is the best way, actually, the healthiest. Yeah, I would recommend crying, if anything. Like I said, I wish crying came more naturally to me. It's the weirdest thing. I remember, I think I was even talking to Pixie about it pretty early on, and I was like, I look forward to crying more often. Because I tend to bottle up stress. I tend to keep it to myself in a way that I don't think is very healthy. And crying feels like one of those things where it's just, it gets it out. It takes care of it. It's just, you do that, you're done. So, I'm on Titty Skittles, which are supposed to make me a lot more emotional, and not horribly much. I have a few little things to take care of myself. Crying is, I definitely have a few moments where I felt like I should have been able to. I do hope that it comes more naturally to you soon, Poketoa. Or rather that in the moments where it feels like you should, that you can. Not that I think that there's a lot of cases where you quote-unquote should. I do think that we all process things differently. But I do know that crying is one of those things where I feel like, I don't know, I have those moments where I feel like I should, quote-unquote, cry too. So, we're in the same boat. Alright, my usual tea is just the right temperature. Yeah, I think it was just like the stuff with the tax board, the stuff with the appointment where they wasted my time and I had to call the clinic to get a hold of him, and even just stuff about my voice today. Just like, I've been taking better care of it lately, and it's still raspy. And the idea of having to concede and consider, like, getting laser zaps to take out a chunk of my vocal cords, basically. Or just a bump on it, literally. Not ideal. But I know that these feelings will pass. There's a lot to be grateful for. In moments like this, I've found that when I'm not feeling like crying or something, I know that something that I do like to do is I like to look for what I'm grateful for. Like, I think even on Twitter when I was posting about the doctor wasting my time, I talked about how I do have a doctor that will see me, that actually is there-ish for appointments. and that the one that kind of wasted my time today is not my primary provider, and that I have options. The fact that I have insurance, that the fact that I have what I have at all. There's a lot to be thankful for. And it doesn't mean that I'm not having a a bit of a tumble or a bit of a rough day, but I guess it kind of allows me a certain perspective. Instead of letting something ruin my day completely, it's just like, oh, come on, man. It allows me to sort of deal with it. Hello, Taro. Let me wave at you real quick. I am recovering from a very frustrating day, and I've just been talking about it a little bit. How about yourself? If I want to cry, I have a playlist on YouTube with only two videos: Sabaton, No Bullets Fly, and Nürburgring Euro Dash 3. Huh. That is quite a playlist. I believe Delta had a hand in that third video, if I'm not mistaken. I have another quick bite. There isn't a lot of Eurobeat that helps me cry, but there is one. Actually, I suppose that's another question. Chat, have you ever had a Eurobeat song get you close to crying? Like, move you to near tears? Genuine question. Yes. Okay. A quick sip. For me, the first Eurobeat song that ever did that was DJ Command's remix of Melt. I'm actually gonna put this a little closer to my mouth. Remorse Seraphim. I feel at least a little honored to have written a couple of tracks that have moved you to that extent. A song that will 100% without fail break me into tears. Eternal Party by The Other Flower. Don't ask me why. That's okay. I'm not necessarily asking for why. Same, I got outright rejected from a job offer because... Taro, do you have that business's information? I feel like that's something you could report. Like, if they're straight up being that blunt about it, if that, like, that is as blunt of transphobia as one could possibly get, I would think that that would be worth, well, I suppose fighting, thank you for the head pats. I suppose, like, going after them too much is probably not a great use of your time, but at least putting the word out that, yeah, this employer will not employ based on gender, which, if I'm not mistaken, is a Title IX violation. So that probably nothing would happen. On the subject of today's theme of frustration, Taro, I'm very sorry about that. It is a sad testament to the state of the world right now that that's something that you've had to face today. Seraphim and Silo that tugged at the heartstrings. Really, Silo? Like on top of the silo and such. What's interesting is I did not write Top of the Silo to be too emotionally strong. You'll Be in My Heart from Phil Collins will break me into tears. That's a good choice. Oh, that one's actually, ooh. That's the one, it was there before Tarzan, but the movie, like the Disney movie Tarzan did feature it, if I remember right. Doctor, the healing mix. Okay. Yeah, the healing mixes are actually really sentimental. They're really, really, really good. They say I got an interview from the trans one. GameStop near me. Let's go. Here's hoping that goes a lot better. My school project is finally loaded and that's good, Type 2. Hope you're doing well today. It's a combination of the engine sounds, music, the visuals, and a heaping tablespoon of yearning or dreams that I'd have doubts on ever achieving. AXR. Interesting. I'm sorry to hear that. Pro gaming project, I see. Yeah, the lyrics to that one are pretty intense. Actually, there is a Eurobeat remix of You'll Be in My Heart. I think because of its being featured in Tarzan. Yeah, it's Dave Rogers on vocals on that one too. I have a couple more bites of my noodles. One More Light from Linkin Park, especially after Chester Bennington passed on. Yeah, I remember Chester had a pretty big impact on a lot of people. In general, though, A Beautiful Person or Perhaps from Review Starlight. It's from the movie and just, it's everything. I'm afraid I'm not familiar with Review Starlight. What is that, if you don't mind me asking? Let's see. Ah, okay. Yeah, it is interesting. It's a weird story, and it's not necessarily like I self-sabotaged for that song, but for Turn It Around with A1, I was asked specifically to sound like Chester Bennington. And I was a little bit surprised, and I didn't think that I'd be able to pull it off. But, A Beautiful Person or Perhaps from Review, let's see. Hello, Vera, good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. I don't know why that song breaks me into tears, but it does. Like, You'll Be in My Heart by Phil Collins. The lyrics are beautiful, though. That notion of being dear to someone's heart is sentimental. El Papas Fritas, thank you so much for the follow-up on the stream. It is great to have you here. I am Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat, and my music has been featured in Super Eurobeat, Initial D, DDR, and Matara Kanabi Shoujo. Great to have you. We'll See Heaven by Digital Planet IDK. I think it's just the melody and the main chorus. But yeah, no, the lyrics to You'll Be in My Heart are pretty powerful. Not quite sure how to feel right now, if I'm being honest. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Vera. I hope that there is some clarity on that for you soon, that you can feel however you need to feel. Yeah, the lyrics to You'll Be in My Heart are very, I'm reading, they're very maternal. Yeah, I think they might have been written for Tarzan. Yeah. It's very much, you know, protection and doting. It's a very nurturing song. Yeah, excellent choice, though. I feel like that could make for an interesting research project, finding songs that can make people cry and figuring out why certain songs do that. Phil Collins' solo music is among my favorite. You won't believe how many times I Don't Care Anymore was my drinking song after some bad mood. I did not know that. I don't think I've heard that one, or if I have, then it's been a little while. Yeah, Phil Collins is quite good. Have another bite. I feel like just reading these lyrics, I almost want to like, it's the kind of lyrics that I feel like I would sing to someone to comfort them or to just tell them that it's going to be all right. I'm going to Morb on PC parts. 1 terabyte is $60 to $80. I remember when a terabyte was like a couple of hundred. Hello, Mikotan. Good to see you. Today's been frustrating, not gonna lie. We were actually talking about that a little bit, but I'm glad to be streaming right now. How about yourself, Mikotan? The thing about Phil's music is that it's very personal for him, often autobiographical, not unlike yours. That makes sense. Yeah, the more that I read this, yeah, this was definitely written for Disney, because I believe the copyright is with Walt Disney Music Company. So, there is that. Beautiful song, though. It's not a Eurobeat song, but a song that never fails to get me to at least get a little misty-eyed. I'm sure that I've told many of you about my grandfather on my mom's side. I'll sum up the story. In short, pretty severe and blunt malpractice took my grandpa away. Mako! Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, honey. Interesting timing, but I'm glad that you're here. And I did forget to ping. Sorry about that. Today I've been all over the place. I've been very disorganized. There we go. Even if Audie songs aren't sad or anything, they can still bring tears because of how much she puts into them and how emotional they come out. I'm honored by that, Harry. There are definitely some songs that I wrote to be pretty intense. Songs like Somewhere Within, the original version of Someone Like You, and Seraphim to some extent. But a song that never fails to get me at least a little bit misty-eyed. Right, I was talking about my grandpa on my dad's side. Sorry, not my dad's side, my mom's side. My grandpa on my mom's side was taken from us a little over 14 years ago. Oh, thank you. And it was pretty severe and blatant malpractice. And to make matters worse, we had to be clever about getting the hospital not countersue us just because we didn't end up winning the case, for malpractice. So it was that event that actually set off a lot of things for me in my life. Me turning to cartoons and animation to cope. I ended up finding a certain pony show that shaped my career at least a little bit. But one of my favorite songs that he used to like as well was from this group called the Gaither Vocal Group, Oh Love That Will Not Let Me Go. It's kind of twofold. One, my grandpa was the kind of person that could get an atheist very interested in his view of heaven. Just what he knew about it, the stuff that he had read and the things that he had learned about, like, historical documents explaining it, the differences in different perspectives on how, this and that about it. This was not the, his discussions on heaven. He had planned to write a book on the subject in his lifetime. Obviously, that never came to fruition. But, we had atheists, Wiccans, all kinds of folks that were just riveted at what my grandpa would have to say about the notion of heaven. And the song kind of calls that back. Thank you for that, Pats. And two, the song itself is, it's just very melodically beautiful. It's an a cappella piece, completely just like 4 or 5 voices tops. And the harmonies are very pretty. And it's just a very beautiful reminder of the kind of man that my grandpa was. So, hello, Gamer Boy. Good to see you. Sorry that today's kind of taken a grim start. We're already half an hour in, and it's just like, frustration and sorrow and death and tears. Real great. Very cheerful today. Yeah, Gamer Boy, I'm doing better now. I've had a frustrating day. And kind of going into processing frustration and the things that we do when we're not feeling that. Thank you for the 100 bits, B7. Mondays, am I right? Yeah, today's definitely a Garfield moment in that I'm very much anti-Mondays, but thank you so much for 100 bits. Every bit helps. Every bit's appreciated. Can we get some love in the chat for Agent B7 with the 100 bits? Mondays are grim. It's okay. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, there's a lot that we could delve into. Sometimes it's nice to talk about things like this every now and then, practically therapeutic, if I must say. I suppose so. I guess I just try to make sure that I don't have too much real talk on here. Not to say that I'm against real talk so much as like, well, y'all are here for the Anime Girl and Booba and Eurobeat and, Pata Pata dancing and production and all that kind of stuff. And to come in here and just have me lying on the counselor's couch, just bearing a little bit too much of my soul, perhaps oversharing, can be not what you're here for. So I do try to be mindful about that. I do understand that this subject is not everyone's cup of tea. We can, of course, drop it and move on if it needs to do that. I have way more frustration than you think. I suppose I haven't evaluated the amount of frustration you might be carrying, Deltas. I'm sorry. I'm here for so much more, and I know you know it's true. I'm here for you. Aw, thank you. It's still a Eurobeat VTuber telling that therapy is okay. I'm afraid I don't get the reference, B7. It sounds like a lyric. It might be one that I've heard before. It's just not one I remember. If you real talk, then we real talk, but I'm here for you. Thank you. Yeah, speaking of heaven, kind of feel like heaven is already on earth. Thank you, Hannah. I am grateful for that. Today is Monday in California. Shoot. How y'all doing, by the way? Just before I go on too much further, we all still doing okay? It is a lyric, but also my genuine feelings. Aw, thank you. But yeah, I do think about that sometimes. California. Somehow yeah, Hollywood. I will say something that was interesting for me to think about recently. As Gianni once said, I hate Monday. Yeah, Gianni and Garfield also. California. Cute. One thing that I did catch myself thinking about before I forget. Last little bit of gendery stuff before we get into literally anything else now. Part of why I was getting upset at myself for being frustrated is there is that stigma, right? There's that sense of, you know, certain emotions are assigned one way or another, which is not fair at all. It's not a good or okay thing to feel or to believe, rather. Or rather, I see where it comes from, but it's not accurate at all. My words are failing me today. And this is often weaponized against trans people, for the record. Like if you know, if a trans woman ever shows anger, then all of a sudden, oh, there's that masculine anger coming out. Oh, as if women can't be angry. So I was kind of doing that to myself a little bit with being frustrated. And it's like, well, how else am I supposed to process this? I'm frustrated. This sucks. I'm a little bit angry. And it's like, it's okay to be angry. It's how I do anything about that anger. It's how I do anything about that anger that makes the difference. And I haven't been letting myself do that. I have frustration trying to P-rank on a first level. Oh yeah, you were talking about with Pizza Tower and such, right? Yeah, let me hydrate real quick. I do wanna have some of this tea that I've been brewing in the teapot. Hello, Scarble. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. Let me wave at you real quick. People can get angry or sad or happy or confused. Doesn't really matter how you are feel, even if you are a trans person, feeling is valid. See, you recognize this. I recognize this. It is still weaponized against us. And how do I say? It shouldn't be associated one way or another, for the record. Women should be allowed to, like, femmes should be allowed to be angry. Masculine people should be allowed to be, like, delicate and gentle. Really, like, this is not... I need to put this on reverb. Emotions are not gendered. And I'll zoom in to say it. Emotions are not gendered. And sometimes when it comes to transphobia, the call's coming from inside the house. I was kind of not being good to myself with that, as if that feeling is somehow making me less of who I am based on that. Emotions are non-binary. Exactly. Yeah. Like, feelings don't care about gender. I'm sorry. I don't know, that was a lot funnier in my head, but I feel like y'all understand that. Like, there's that whole, like, oh, facts don't care about your feelings. Like, feelings don't care about the facts. If a man has an emotion, they should just buck up and try to be happy. If a woman has an emotion, people stop and ask the questions on how they can fix the emotion. Yeah, like, there is that sense of, like, with femmes, it's expected that we are overly emotional. And you know, that our perspective is to be diminished as such. Whereas on the same token, If a mask has emotion, then it's considered, a sign of weakness or an evaluation of lesser, which is not, it's not fair at all. Like, emotions are not, they're not what make you feminine. They're not what make you masculine. They're what make you human. That is just a human experience, my friend. That is a thing. That is just a thing that people do. The problem all stems from the same instance of expectation. Exactly. Even if you're a man or woman, it shouldn't matter. People should understand that emotions are not gendered. See, you get this. I get this. It's a little harder to get out to the rest of the world. Especially those that have been raised in a way where that behavior's been rewarded. This is not to say that everyone who believes something is, perfectly educated on the matter and is doing so out of, bigotry or hatred or something. I've met people that just genuinely didn't understand something. It's like, yeah, that's not a great thing. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Clearly I won't do that anymore. I don't know. It's weird. Emotions are a weird thing, but they're such a part of what make us people. I need to throw away this tea bag real quick. I think I'm gonna glitch briefly. I don't want to do that, but I think I should use a note. Like a little stopper. I completely understand sometimes you just can't change someone's mind if an emotion is gendered or not. My dad, he thought having emotions were for the women. And, it makes sense where a lot of these assumptions came from. There was the inclination that masks were meant to be stoic providers. And that's not fair. That's not fair. There's so many guys that, I forget who it was. There was some woman who had written a book on expressing emotions and being forthcoming about them. And this guy comes up to her, and at the time, she had written the book specifically for women. And he goes up and he's I read the book too, for the record. And she's like, oh, that's fantastic. And he goes, I noticed that there was, it was very much written for the perspective of women. And I was kind of hoping for a certain amount of insight there as well. Do you see those two women behind me? That is my daughter and my wife. They have read your book cover to cover. They would rather watch me die on top of my white horse than fall off of it. And that's tragic. I don't think that's a fair thing to expect at all. I don't know. Be good to yourself, If expressing something is the healthiest way to go about it. Duper held. Thank you so much for the follow on the stream. It is great to have you here. We're having a bit of a real talk at the moment. I swear not every stream is like this. But I am Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat, and my work has been featured in Super Eurobeat, Initial D, DDR, and Matara Khan of VShojo. It is great to have you. I actually need to pour a new cup of tea real quick. But I hope you're doing well today. A little bit of milk. I think I actually have powdered sugar in this thing today. I feel so sorry for guys who feel like they have to bottle up their emotions. It sucks to feel like you have to when you really don't. Honestly, yeah. A lot of my favorite, like a lot of them, how do I say? I've found that a lot of the men that I find appealing, or at least strike me as very healthy, tend to be emotional. May I double down on that hydrate? Sure thing. I am, spilling tea all over my basket. Yeah, I will, I'm gonna take a sip of this tea. Oh my gosh, that was so good. Not a lot of people, sorry. Not a lot of people real talk, and you are one of the few I've seen do so. Really? I feel like there are plenty of other VTubers and streamers that will have this conversation from time to time. Blue! Thank you so much for 16 months of subscribing. That is what? A year and a third of subscribing? You've been around for so much longer than that. Please enjoy your emotes, your sub badge, being part of the Oddities community for a year and a third. And much longer. Can we get some love in the chat for Blue? Hydrates are out of stock. Have a message and said, why? They shouldn't be out of stock. Let me see what's up with that. I I think there's a timer on it. I do know that there is something that keeps people from just constantly spamming hydrate. Did that. Let's see, let me check on hydrate real quick though. There's a 3-minute wait. There is now a 2-minute wait. And I'm also gonna have some of my noodles, some of my ramen real quick. Oh. Where are the cars? Are they coming through? Are they not doing? Uh-oh. Can I get that to not be pending, please? There we go. Ramen. No, not quite. It's not that salty. Oh, speaking of Wink, allow me to take care of you, Vera. Are you ready, baby? Actually, let me get a little closer. And there you have it. Okay, so did not get the job at GameStop. I did have... Oh, thank you for that, Pats. I did somehow end up in a polycule, though. Well, I'd say that still works out pretty well. That's a pretty big deal. Yeah, I'd say that's still pretty good. You sought work. You found love. I will confess if that is an ignorant thing for me to say in any capacity. I'm not particularly well versed in polyamory and some of the terminology thereof. Let's see. Oh yeah, I got that, Blue. I just don't think I've been in a place to respond to it, but yeah, I was, it was the least that I could do. I hope that you and your mom have been doing okay in this time. I know that losing a loved one to that effect is very difficult. Ooh, excuse me. Very difficult. Are we just all going through it right now, chat? Dinner time might be back later. Either way, I hope you all have a fantastic evening. It is shaping up to be so much better. Have a great dinner, Scarble. And if we're still streaming when you're back, we'd love to have you. I don't know. You're good. There are people I've known for these are people I've known for a while, and they were wanting a relationship before I applied. That's good. That kind of works out. I'd say that very works out. Yeah. By the way, on that note, Harry, you shouldn't have admitted that. You've read the rules, right? Yeah, please come back when you're 2 years older. I'm very sorry to do that. You've been a delight to have in chat, and I feel a little bit betrayed. Yeah, we can't have you here. Damn, that sucks. Actually, moderators, can we please check if Harry is present in the Discord server as well? I hate to do that. I really do hate to do that. It's not fun for me to do that. Harry was a fantastic contributor to the discussion. We also have rules for a reason. There is a reason that this community is listed as 18+. And it's in the rules, it's in the, before you type, it's in the headline of every stream I've had since the rules were implemented. If you let one squeak by, then it wouldn't be fair to the others. Here's the thing. We're not gonna go around and do like, you have to fill out this, that, whatever. If we find out that you are underage, we're banning. That's just how it is. So, we did that, not because I'm suddenly, you know, doing all kinds of content here. I mean, my jokes have gotten a little bit spicier, and the content's gotten a little bit spicier, but it's not even to that extent. I'll do that. Hydrate, thank you. It's because my moderators got tired of having to like walk on eggshells and like worry so much about what's going on. Like we were done babysitting, and we had someone who was 18 plus behave so immaturely to my moderation team that and they also turned out to be that was an interesting case. Thank you for the head pats. That we implemented the rules. Like we're done. We're not doing that anymore. I'm sorry to be so focused on it, but God, that sucks. Thank you for the head pats. Just, yeah, Harry was such a fun member of the community here. Don't do that. As a matter of fact, look, we're not gonna go around knocking door to door asking what your age is. But I'm gonna say it now. If you're not 18, leave. I'm sorry, but the rule is there for a reason. And if we end up finding out that you are underage, we will ban you. We're not going to seek it out. But I hate doing that. I hate banning someone for not reading the rules. My streams are not for kids. I may not be doing spicy, super spicy stuff. I'm not, I'm not running a stream on another kind of website. I do occasionally do the Numi Moan, but that's more for funsies. That's for shizzies and giggles. Point is, this is not a stream for minors. Viewers, if you are, actually, you know what? If you're here with like parental supervision, if your mom and dad are watching over your shoulder and hearing me go, from time to time, and they're super down with that, that's their jurisdiction. But you could send an unban request when you're old enough. I suppose so. Then again, I feel like that would just demonstrate why would we unban someone who clearly showed a lack of respect for the rules, right? Hello, GLMD. Sorry that you're coming in at such a gosh. Today's been such a weird cocktail of things. I hope you're doing well today, GLMD. But yeah, don't do what Harry did. Don't do that. I'm gonna throw this thing away real quick. There we go. I see a bit of a lot. Yeah, and I'm sorry for the serious shift there. My music is generally all ages. There's a couple songs that maybe not so much. Worldly Spirits come to mind. But my streams are not. I make jokes. I make jokes about kink. I moan like for funsies sometimes. I have made some jokes that are certainly not appropriate for kids. One of my favorite recent clips was from when I played Nikke. And it's my responsibility as such to not do that, to not have minors around. Did I mention yesterday was my quarter centenary of existence? That would be 25, is it not? I put you in the doing taxes level immature. Why, Quadmon then, allow me to celebrate with you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Quotemon. Or is it Quotemon? I'm not entirely sure. Please let me know. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. Yeah, exactly like that. Can we get some love in the chat and a celebration for, is it Quotemon? Quotemon? Please do let me know. And thank you for coming in. Just kicking the doors open and the Audi police blasting Eurobeat wearing shades. Honestly, yeah. Is that an onigiri emote? I love that. I love that. Ero Jiraiya, I just realized, I think I've seen you in a few other, like, VTuber communities. It's cool to have you here. Yeah, let's get some love. Quotemon. Quotemon. Okay. Good to know, good to know. I'm actually gonna include a note like that with your blah, 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 blah. Cool. Yeah, happy 25th. And I hope that today, that at least yesterday or today has, yesterday and today have, wow, words are really failing me, been reminders that you are very much appreciated and adored. How am I doing? Today's been frustrating, GLMD, not gonna lie, but streaming about it and talking about it has been helping a lot. Today, having not a very hot girl shish day. Tummy ache and GitHub issues. I'm sorry to type too. I hope that today gets a lot more hot girl shish for you. Well, I mean, I can provide the hot girl. You just need to figure out the shish. I'm very clever. Can I include notes on names? Yeah, what happens is I can click on your name, and then a little pencil appears next to the little comes up. And that helps out. Some days are good. Actually, hold on. You know what I need to do? It needs to be some days are good. Yeah, exactly, Gamer Boy. That's what I meant. If I may be vain. But yeah, that is a thing that is possible within the little embed that I have for OBS. Ah. Dr. Money was right. There sure is a hot... That was on one of the Maharaja Night series, was it not? Let's see. Compilations, letter M, Hirokudo's Maharaja. It was one of the first few, if I remember right. Volume 5, thank you. Yeah. Volume 5 was fun, if I remember right. Yeah, Volume 5 was good. Topics changing faster than a Fast and Furious drag race scene. They said that I was, they said that I did not have ADHD. I might get reevaluated on that, to be honest. Actually, that is interesting. While I'm oversharing on stuff, I'll say this. Today, the call with the doctor that was basically just regurgitated information from the website that wasted my time severely was basically letting me know what the process was for determining if I, how to treat my anxiety. So now it is essentially diagnosed and confirmed. I have clinical anxiety. So my goal for now, no treat. No treat. It's not letting me frown at you. It just makes me look sad. No treat. No treat. No treat. No treat. You have to spell it out now. Snack? I think you're the headpads. No treat. Sheesh, how does Chibi deal with it? Vine boom. You mean... So the thing for me is, I let them know that at first I want to deal with, I like to approach it, through support and like, what is it? Like, through support meetings and coping mechanisms and things like that before I resort to something in terms of like a medical approach. If it does come to that, then I will do it. It's not that I'm against taking something for what I'm going through. More just like, I think with that, I guess I'd rather see what I can do beforehand. I use music to help with my anxiety. Yeah, I found that music helps. I've been drinking a honey lavender tea lately that's supposed to help with that. I think a lot of it is just innate. So tomorrow I have another screening, just a couple of things to double check what will work and like maybe figuring out where I should go and what I should do with that. But yeah, it's interesting because For some reason, I just took a few leaps in topic myself and ended up at, have you ever heard the title screen track from the NES game Solstice? Solstice. I can't say I have. I need to re-pour a couple things. I am in for a treat. Treat? 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 Oh. You know what? Forget it. I'm clipping that. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, let me take a look at that, actually. Honestly, I don't tend to do that very much. Oh. All right. I'm sorry, what was it called again? Solstice title screen. Okay. Okay. Let me give it a listen. Oh. Marcel! Is it Marcel and Neil? Thank you so much for following the stream. It's great to have you here. I've been introduced to the coolest NES music in a hot minute. Okay, new direction now. This is so cool. I'm gonna have a couple of bites of my noodles real quick. That slaps! This isn't even the SNES, this is the NES! Like, this is like... before that! Hello, Marcel and Neil! By the way, is it Marcel? Is it Marcella? Is it, Neil? How should I refer to you best? Hope my day is going wonderful. It was a rough start, but it's doing a lot better now. It kind of reminds me, there is a Game Boy track that I remember really hit. Mercy! That's a gorgeous name. All right, I'm gonna add a note to that effect. Oh my gosh, okay. Mercy. What a beautiful name. Sorry. Oh, okay. This is the title screen. Yo. Okay. So, on the subject of like music that didn't need to go as hard as it did. Okay. The theme from Ronald for the Pokemon trading card game OST. Let me see if I've got it. Here we go. I mean, this is a Game Boy, but you know, here to ask you something if you don't mind. Sure, as long as it's in good faith and respectful. What's the question? Remember, this is a Game Boy, so it's not dealing with the NES. It's even more restricted than the NES. We have a chat on Discord if you're comfortable with it. Mercy, I appreciate you asking about that. I tend not to open up my DMs quite too quickly to people that I've just met. If it's something that we can address public, thank you for the 69 bits. Every bit helps. Every bit's appreciated. Can we get some love in the chat for hardcover? I haven't seen you pop around in a minute. I hope you're doing very well. I'm gonna put this down a little bit volume-wise. So Mercy, I would say if it's something that can be discussed publicly, I think it'd be best. You can probably just ask it here or even just ping me in the Discord server. If it is truly something private, then yeah, a DM might work, but yeah, let's just be careful about it. I do hope that makes sense. I'm sorry. I've had a few folks. I've had some pretty rough experiences with folks asking to DM from Twitch. I do hope that's understandable. That's another hydrate. Y'all are keeping me very hydrated today. But yeah, that was from the Pokemon trading card game for the Game Boy. Technically the Game Boy Color, but it also like it worked for regular Game Boy. Ooh, okay. So y'all want to know a song that that really pushed the limits, I feel like, of Game Boy Advance? This one. Get that, and don't worry, it's just I want to ask something from you and don't want to disclose it to the whole chat. I mean, you could theoretically DM through Twitch itself. Let's see. Here we are. Wait, Driftvale City. That's the one with the dancing Toothless, right? Thank you for the headbats. From the oh, what's the channel name? It's Cass Vanderpool, right? Who runs? Well, it's not just Cass that does animation on that channel anymore, if I'm not mistaken. This is Golden Sun. I love the Golden Sun series so much. Yeah, I mean, it's as JRPG, just like JRPG as it gets, and I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Really adore, just the Golden Sun and the Lost Age. Those were such my favorite games. It was to the point where, like, I was in wrestling in high school, and I had just beaten the Lost Age, and I kept checking between practice on the ending because I wanted to see it. Just got to the Roblox Marathon from last September. Roblox. Oh, Silvagunner. Got it. Didn't Silvagunner have a set at MagFest this year? I thought I saw something to that effect. Sorry, 1 second. Mercy, I'm not going to do that. I appreciate your gesture, but no. I don't think this is an appropriate venue for that. I thought you were staring into our souls. No, not quite, not quite. I'm gonna put the Eurobeat back on though. That much I am gonna do. In a weird way, it almost feels like switching back to my own Eurobeat is. It's not a downgrade, but it's definitely a shift. Silva is at Magfest. Yeah, that's what I heard. Like Silvagunner. I think I'm gonna have the rest of my noodles. Ursa, hello. Let me wave at you real quick. How you doing, baby? Hope you're doing well today. Am I going to go back to MagFest? I have never been to MagFest. I've been to Mag West, but that's different. I would love to go to MagFest. I would love to perform at MagFest someday. But, yeah, that was a project that my previous team had very much interest in, and my current team is also very interested in. Yeah. Do you have any sticker recommendations to put on my laptop? Not really. I'm not too well versed. That one where you were with the living... Yeah, that was Mag West this last year. That's actually really close by. Yeah, that was just me popping in. I did not expect to join the Living Tombstone on stage. That was literally just like, oh, they're in town. I want to see their set. I want to say hi. And long story short, it ended up becoming Yoav and I hanging out for a while. Yoav asking me to join them on stage. It was Yoav and Sam. For those who don't know, the Living Tombstone is now a duo. What do you call it when you tell a joke at MagFest? Is it a mag jest? Your competencies are evaluated. Call that mag test. I was able to record that part of their set with you in it. It was so, oh no way! I'm glad. Hopefully human. I gotta say, actually, at the risk of jinxing it, my voice is actually doing a lot better than I expected. I keep forgetting to post it. That's okay. That's okay. Remember, laps only exist when you sit down. Yeah? What's got you thinking of laps, honey? What's got you thinking of laps? Come to think of it, I don't know if my avatar actually has good thighs. I have good thighs. I don't know about my avatar, though. Yeah, I got good thighs. Oh! Yeah, I got good thighs. All right, good. Yes, thighs. Actually, you know what? No. Let's get a better demonstration this way. Oop. Yeah, amazing thighs. Actually, let me see. Do I have the skirt? I think this just turns into like a bunny suit. Yeah. Stellar thighs. Laps rhyme with naps for a reason. Honestly, yeah. The Benui ears twitch. Actually, yeah, they go up and down. Up and down. Up. See? I love bunnies. Actually, oh. Yeah? See, now I'm just I'm getting concerned for myself. At this point, I'm wearing a little too little here. Let me get back to decency. For the record, I was still completely clothed that entire time, so I just like being closer to you. I regret nothing with being bonked. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute! Shut! I owe you something tomorrow, and I am so sorry that I didn't do it today. Chat, you picked my outfit the other day, and I did not deliver on that today. I even got a new set of, like, ears and the cuffs for it, and I didn't do it. Y'all picked for me to wear a bunny girl outfit today, and I have not done that. I hope that you can understand how today was a little bit rough in the circumstances, and probably would have been it'd probably have been best to move things to tomorrow anyway. But I would like to offer this. Yeah, exactly, GLMD. Tomorrow, IRL bunny girl outfit. How's that sound? Write that down. No, you don't even need to write it down. I'll do it. IRL bunny girl. I've done it before. Actually, how many of you have seen me in the bunny girl outfit before? Let's see. Is it from here? One of these has a response where it's like, where that information becomes known. Not IRL. Yeah, let me pull it up. Yeah. Actually, it was Valentine's Day last year. I think I can do... Let me pull down the projector real quick. Blue? Uh-oh. Oh, right. Hold on. I need to do this. Sort of the shift to background. So we're gonna set the browser window to that. Decked Hawk 20. Thank you so much for the follow on the stream. It is great to have you here. I am Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat, and my work has been featured in Super Eurobeat, Initial D, DDR, and Matara Kanavi Shoujo. You're also just in time to see me in a bunny girl outfit. But yeah, I've done it before. So, that's a thing. And tomorrow will now be more of that. So that's neato. That's neato burrito. Let me put the background back properly. How did I miss those? Yeah, that was just last year. But yeah, so tomorrow, apparently, more of that. Which of course means that I think I'll need to think of something else for Valentine's Day this year, huh? You're looking respectfully. Hello, Joe. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Today started frustrating, but has been rapidly improving as I've been streaming today. So I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're having a good one. Yeah, so that's the kind of outfit. So the thing is, though, I'm a little bit worried. So since that picture last year, I have lost the ears. And the ones that I have now are brighter red. They may not match the outfit that I actually have. So, that'll be interesting. Yeah, Viera, I think my parents have a Viera TV. So that's how I recognize the name. Vera, hello! Let me about you. I hope you're doing very well today. Hope you had a great weekend. I had a good weekend. And today's a little bit bumpy up until I started streaming. How about yourself? You look so pretty. Aw, thank you, Hannah. I'm very glad. I like how I look in those pictures. Actually, the ironic thing is, those pictures were part of what broke my being trans to the Japanese Eurobeat community. And I didn't know about it until later. Yeah, I'm doing great. Been asked to make Eurobeat funny enough for a remake of Initial LOL that's coming out. And what is Initial LOL? Yeah, no, and Blue, it was not in a derogatory or negative way. So here's what happened. Valentine's Day, I posted the bunny girl pictures. The next day, I get some notifications. And please understand, this was not posted in any kind of malice or any kind of attempt for transphobia or anything like that. It was just a statement of fact. But last year, the day after Valentine's Day, the video editor and voice actor Ito Yu basically just posted a comment of like, "Hey, by the way, y'all know that Ken Blast is trans, right? Like, Ken Blast, Odyssey, girl now." It exploded. Here I've been trying to post it, to, in Japanese every once in a blue moon, just like, "Hey, I'm a girl now, surprise, surprise." And then Ito just goes ahead and just posts, "Oh yeah, by the way, y'all know that that Odyssey is a girl now, right?" Goes nuts. And there's all these responses from like DJ Mazda and like Shout Nightcore and all kinds of folks. And hello, Tangent, good to see you. And one of the responses from the quote retweets was like, was like, "Huh? Really? Eh? Found out by a Eurobeat wiki, is that right? Hello, is it Iwami I? Hope you're doing well. I bet they were in like, Nani? I mean, kind of. It was more than Nani. But then, here's how it went. Sorry. So I'm actually going to scroll up to kind of set up the timing a little bit. So let me bring back the projector. Hello? That's not the one. Projector. Here we go. It's like, really? And then just, by the way, so, and then it's just like, yeah, that's the current appearance. And it's the pictures. So, yeah, not only did Japan find out that I was a woman that day, they found out how. And by the way, I should indicate that reactions were generally quiet. It was just like, oh, okay. Will that affect how she sings now? Like, is she gonna use a different voice or... So, like, it was just like, okay, that's just how things do. That's just how it goes. And there's a little bit of grossness, but more people were actually kind of excited. Actually, I believe that was when Ingen Haeta found out and started interacting with me a little bit, and she's super sweet. I remember like 2 days after you came out is when I found out because someone was freaking out on Tumblr, and I saw the post through like a series of 7 reblogs. Even the only thing I interacted with Eurobeat related was your Tumblr. Yeah, I do know that it was a big thing on Tumblr and Twitter. Sorry, my point was more like my bunny girl pictures were part of how Japan found out I'm a woman. And yeah, a few friends of mine were like, yeah, I saw a post about it on Tumblr. And I eventually found it. And I mean, I found out about you as a person in stream. Yeah, I remember Tangent. You were there for a while. Like you've been following me since like, I think you were following me since like the Odyssey Socks days. Not me finding a means of, you know, staying in my shell, but also taking a look out of it. But yeah, so Japan did not have a gentle introduction. Odyssey Socks, please tell me I've had this discussion. Oh no. Chat, tell me I don't have to retell the story of how I might have popularized leg and sock pictures on Tumblr for a little bit. One of my friends from high school is a big fan of MLP Fan, and she has heard of the Discord Eurobeat remix. You mean the original? So, I'll get into it. I'm gonna put away the projector for a second though. So, a lot of these are now deleted, for the record. But, I'll say this. There was a period of time where I was very depressed. I came home from a failed situation with a startup in Austin, Texas. We were just not a fit. And I came home and I was very depressed. Thank you for the head pats. And, you know, part of that was also feeling very dysphoric. I felt like a failure of a human, let alone a failure of like a whatever I was feeling at the time. So I decided I wanted a little bit of an outlet. So I did what any cis guy would do at the time, and I bought some thigh highs, and I put on the thigh highs, and I took pictures of my legs in the thigh highs, and I posted the pictures of my legs and thigh highs to Tumblr on my main chat. I set a trend. I set a trend on TumblrPon that month of posting sock pictures. I saw all kinds of other people posting their legs and socks, like their legs and feet. I ended up having to delete them partially because, you know, during a job hunt, you know, employers do search your social media, and the fact that you enjoy things and post your feet and legs and socks is more than some will want to deal with. Is it invasive? Yes. Should they care? No. Do they do it anyway? Yes. And my dad let me know. And also apparently my grandpa on my dad's side at the time had seen them as well. And the response was apparently very let's just say that if he was around for my transition, he would have been very upset. So, but yeah, weird trend of somehow, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I heard that about Tumblr Live, which is a weird thing. It always felt a little bit like, really? I don't know about people coming to Tumblr for live streams. So like, I don't know. It just, I have a weird tendency of just my legs and body being featured in ways I didn't expect. Not that I inherently mind. It's just like, I just look at them once or twice and they were just boring. I mean, they were just socks. It was just, I mean, here's the thing, and the acknowledgement is there are people that fetishize legs and socks and feet and all that kind of thing. The, you know, the whole joke about sniffa and feet and all that kind of thing. I get it. Oh, Tumblr Live. Oh, that's what you meant. I misunderstood. You made a trend on Tumblr making so. Oh, hi Cena. Hello. You made a trend on Tumblr making yourself feel euphoric. How did it feel? It felt good, honestly. Like, it felt nice. Like, I had a good time, and seeing other people enjoy stuff felt good. Cena, you're just in time. I was talking about how my bunny girl pictures, which I'll be redoing tomorrow apparently, were part of how Japan found out that I'm a woman, and how my sock pictures many years ago inspired a trend in Tumblr Pon. I think that was in what, 2015, 2016? Like early 2015, 2016. So yeah, my body is a movement, y'all. Yeah, almost a decade. Yeah, don't remind me. I already feel old enough as it is. I will say though, it is kind of nice to still be part of like culture nowadays. I'm gonna refill my teacup real quick since I want more of this tea, and I have powdered sugar and milk for my cream and sugar. Yeah, a little splash of milk, and then pouring out of the teapot. It might be the last of the tea actually. There we are. Confound. But yeah, that would have been timed perfectly to cause my sock drawer to exist. The homie where I talk to people, people are like, wait, you know the Odyssey? Do they? Am I actually like the Odyssey Eurobeat to people? That does surprise me. It's weird because like, I get this impression of myself that I am extremely niche, but then I keep hearing about people and go, oh, Odyssey, oh wait, it's like, does that actually fit? It's not that I'm doubting it so much as like, I just never around. I don't know the people that know me. Ow. Oh, I just laughed in a way that really hurt my sinuses. Ow. Oh. Anyway. But yeah, no, Cena, I was talking about how, sock pictures of mine before I came out were a trend. And then last year, the day after Valentine's Day, my bunny girl pictures were how, were the first that people saw of Odyssey, Eurobeat, Ken Blast, etc. as a woman. Actually, you know what? Here, let me re-demonstrate on the projector real quick. So I'm gonna scooch a little bit this way and bring down the projector. So, you know, there's this original tweet here. It's like, oh yeah, you know, by the way, Odyssey, who sang the top and, you know, Ken Blast is a woman now. And I believe there's like, oh yeah, a woman and a VTuber. And then there's, seriously? And, you know, the response is then, this is the current appearance. That's one way. That's one way to introduce it. I gotta go because my connection is very good, but I'm glad I was able to be here. But Big Catapult, thank you so much for popping in. Have a great rest of your day. I hope that you, we'd love to see you again tomorrow, by the way. But yeah, so this was Japan's introduction to me as a woman. Which, like, don't get me wrong, I kind of ate. I kind of ate here. I kind of did good. Deploy the bunny girl. I remember talking to you forever ago on Tumblr, I think, and having you recommend PCB and EOSD. That's right. I vaguely remember that, actually. Yeah, I did good in these days. So like, I'm not upset about that being the introduction, but also like, I did not volunteer these pictures to be used. However, they were publicly posted, so to some extent, it's not the end of the world that was how it went. Does this mean I know the Odyssey Eurobeat? I mean, you've interacted with the Odyssey Eurobeat. You are watching her stream. It's interesting. Thank you, Blue. I'm gonna have a sip before I forget. But yeah, coincidentally, I think that those are the pictures that inspired the 3D bunny girl model that I have, that Niji made for me. And that's the thing, that's kind of the outfit that I'll be wearing tomorrow, except you can tell, actually, when you look at it, you'll see that the ears are kind of like a little bit, they match. That feeling of, well, now they know simultaneously with the well, they know now. Yeah, exactly. I think I even posted something like that on that day. Yeah, I posted in Japanese, like, Japanese fans will be coming to my Twitter. Japanese fans will be seeing what I look like. Japanese fans will be seeing my bunny girl pictures. and again, for the record, I should seriously reiterate, Ito was not posting that for transphobic reasons or any kind of hateful or anything like that, hateful intention or anything. It was just like, oh yeah, by the way, how do I acquire estrogen for cheap in Texas? I legitimately have no idea, type 2. I'm a Californian, Californian, and I don't know how to acquire it in Texas. I have a feeling that the process is similar in structure to how you do it in California. However, I imagine that you are prohibited from it in Texas because right now, a lot of states to the southeast are, I don't know, how can I be as pretty as you? You already are. That has already happened, my dear. A state where healthcare are way too expensive, yeah. I mean, I'm in California where everything is expensive, but I am well taken care of in that regard. I have good healthcare. Aw, Trap Master, thank you. Stop it, y'all are gonna make me blush. But yeah, I've already been going well into like an hour 40. We're halfway through my usual stuff and it's all good. What was I even on about? I have lost my train of thought. I've been complimented too much. The stun lock worked. But yeah, no, bunny girl and stuff. You don't get to blush about that. Besides, it's not like I don't have that effect on you now, don't I? I am not prohibited at the moment in Texas. It's prohibited for anyone under 18. That's a fair point. But I imagine that, given the state... See, what, being told that you're gorgeous and have a voice that makes my toe curls behind you flustered. It might. It might. A little bit. Listen. Mommies can be good girls, too. Those are not mutually exclusive things, In fact, Skek W. Yeah, like, listen. There is, like, Onyx Tail, help me out here. When Matara's flustered, for instance, or when she's like, aw, or something like that. Cutest thing. Matara is absolutely adorable, but she's also mommy. Let's be real. And like, that's not even necessarily like me just being like, oh, my ada. That's just facts. You've gotten to make me blush once, I think. What, only once? I must be really slowing down then, but I'll fix that, kitten. Yeah? Sorry. As you can see, as is demonstrated, how how do I say? You walked in at a great time. Yes, dear, you walked in at the best of times. How you doing, kitten? But yeah, not only do we love Matara. Question, what's up? Don't give her ammo, she loves you. I do, not gonna lie. Although I feel like Vinyltastic would willingly surrender such ammo. Who let the dog? Are you about to start barking? Every day I log on to Twitch and I become Odyssey's kitten. You don't even need to log on to Twitch to do that. That's just how you are by default, honey. Hi, Pixie. I know I said hi before, but it just felt like the right juxtaposition for the bit. This has made me melt so much I could be a quesadilla. Yeah? Aw, that's cute. But yeah, no, I feel like they're not mutually exclusive. Like, that's the thing. Like, listen, just because someone has a more maternal or assertive presentation or might even prefer things a certain way doesn't mean that they don't want to be cared for or doted or complimented or things like that. I've been curious though, do you mind asking when your shell cracked? That's a good question. So here's the thing for me. I had some sense of it ever since I was old enough to dress myself. I rocked my sister's princess dress more than she ever did. The issue was I was discouraged from it pretty early on. Just not out of, not out of really any malice. It was just more like new parents at the time, scared for the well-being of their kid. And with an understanding of their faith at the time, it's like, well, that's just behavior you discourage. So, I grew up with some sense that something within me was not okay, but I knew that it was there. And it's not that it was not that it was not okay, so much as like I was just told that it wasn't okay. So I spent basically my entire life fighting it off. So I will say that I knew that the shell had to come off. There was a very dark day when I realized I needed it to be on the table. And the more that I looked into it, the more that I did the research and questioned myself and challenged things, the more that it became apparent that I wasn't going to make it if I didn't go for it. So there was always a little bit of that crack. I just kind of duct taped over it from time to time until I could not continue doing so. I remember actually, I will say that one of the biggest cracks for me was, all right, take care, Persa. Thank you for the head pats. The thing that really cracked it most for me, or at least made me realize that it would pop off, was I remember moving to the previous place that I lived. And I remember unpacking just enough to kind of sleep that night and get things taken care of, and, to start going into this, like, I can now sleep here. I can now eat here. I can transition 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 here. And I don't know why. It came to be that strong in my head, but it was just like my brain was washed with that sentiment. A friend said to me, whenever we talked online, I thought you were a girl pretending to be a guy for a reason. And I just blinked and then said, I am a girl. And then the gender euphoria hit of knowing the truth. Oh, I will say, I did have a moment. There was a moment where I used to take walks during my lunch break. I'd walk a little ways, then turn around and come back, just to kind of get some fresh air between work. I should really do that more often. I remember it was during that time when I, was starting to see a counselor and start venting, some of what I was feeling and start processing that I started kind of questioning myself. And I go, okay, why don't I just say the words to myself and see how I feel about one, then the other, one, then the other. And I remember quietly, I thought it to myself and it felt, a certain way. And, then I go, I'm a girl. Instant fireworks. Celebration and crowds going wild and just a celebration in my head. It was as if I had won the Super Bowl or something, or like had won like American Idol or something, or some big celebration. And then I go, and then I say the other thing. I say the other way. I'm like, oh, I'm a guy. And my brain just kind of goes, oh, okay. Well, I guess whatever. I'm a girl. Let's go! I'm a guy. Oh, okay, I guess. Whatever. I'm a girl. Let's go! And to me, that was a sign enough. It's just like, okay, that's, okay, Vinyl, weird thing about that is that didn't happen until after I'd come out. Here's the thing. Ooh, this song. That didn't happen until later. Actually, that was right about when I started VTubing. So, I started using, some kind of avatar. I had taken like half an hour to respond to her after she said you're a girl. Aww. So here's the thing. So I started VTubing. I started using some avatar. I think it might have been the original Jenny model for a bit. And I think someone in chat went, "Mommy, sorry, mommy, sorry, mommy." And as fluid as I could possibly imagine, I did not hesitate. I'm like, "Welcome back, honey. You must be absolutely frigid from being out there. Come hang up your coat. I've got the soup on the stove." And I surprised myself. I surprised myself with the hidden mommy. Crouching VTuber, hidden mommy. That needs to happen IRL, like in a skit or something. Like you saying that I'm a girl and your friends are like, "Let's go!" Let's see. Quick sip. So here's the thing. Looking back on version 1.0, version 1.0 was a little bit more subby. And that's not to say that I have zero subby tendencies. What are those? But, I feel like as I grew to actually like love myself and embrace myself, there were confidences that I felt that I could finally have. Finally, I had a body that I wanted to look a certain way, and I liked what I already had. And, you know, and the way that people reacted to me was suddenly more positive. And the way that I felt about being in certain relationships felt more positive, or perceived a certain way felt more positive. So confidence came in, and I discovered that I had a little bit more of that bend than I thought. Not to say, again, there are some things that I think where it's... There's some parts of me that are more dominant, and then there are some parts of me that are not. And I think that's natural. I had to respectfully bow down on my knees when I saw... Lionel, was the first time that you saw me that 1 year at Everfree? I feel like it was. When was the first time that you saw me as, like, me? Yeah, okay. Gosh, the wig years. Don't get me wrong, I had to do... Oh no. I don't remember that, Vinyl. I'm sorry, not enough to have not done it, Sally, but like, I forgot about that. Oh, goodness. Oh. Speaking of confidence, as a furry, I had a femme persona for so long, and she was always so confident. That should have clued me in, but you know. See, here's the thing. Sometimes we have venues for characters and all that. It's like, oh yeah, I just really like this. And then it's like, oh, that's just me, isn't it? Used to wear wigs at first as well, but it was more for cosplay when I started doing my steampunk lady cosplay. Yeah, honestly, like, and Vera, sit. But yeah, I used wigs because I knew to some extent that I wanted long red hair, and I didn't have that at the time. And I didn't really feel confident. Aw, good boy. I didn't really, what are the words I'm looking for? I didn't want to go through, like, figuring out what kinds of shorter haircut hairstyles would work on me. So I just got a wig. And while I don't regret that time, you know, learning about wigs and different options and dealing with that, it was also such a hassle. And I'm so glad that I've invested that in my real hair. I'm very proud of my long locks IRL, and the color and the shape and the way that it just had something to me, and I love it. But yeah, so if y'all were barking over me during the wig era, then nowadays, my goodness, ada ada. With Anthony Padilla being the creator of two bros sitting in a hot tub, do you have any secretly popular memes you've created? Not really secretly. Jokes on you, I've always been barking at even 1.0? Really? I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not, like, that's not a judgment. I guess I'm just surprised. Version 1.0 of me was not very assertive. Yeah, let me take another sip. See, that's something, okay. This is gonna sound full of myself. But, I'm sorry, it always ends up on gender. I swear I'm not just a gender channel. I'm here to make Eurobeat music. And wheeze, apparently. I need to get my respiratory system checked or something. I don't know. Gender, I hardly knew her. How do I say? I feel like version 1 Odyssey is canonly a sub. I don't know about that. 1.0 had confidence issues for sure, but I don't know. I feel like if we're talking about like secret memes, I feel like I did have some influence on the popularity of Discord, but also on Tumblr there was the whole sock picture thing. That was definitely a thing that happened. About to hit a year in a couple of months. Right on. Excuse me. What was I on about? I've already forgotten. But yeah, I swear that I'm not just here to talk about gender. A lot of that confidence was what shifted me around. I think for the head pads. Ironically, this next part is a little bit of why my channel is 18 plus. Not because I'm gonna be gross, but because it kind of gets into a subject in a way that is intimate. I thought I was gonna be a lot subbier. When I tried to understand my sexuality not long before it came out, I really thought that I was gonna be a lot more subby. And like the mental experiments and whatever the things that I did to understand myself, it lined up subby. But then the confidence came, and all of a sudden, maybe a little more time, being more dominant, a little bit more in control, liking to watch other people squirm a little bit, turn bright red, get flustered. It's so cute. Yeah. So, I originally thought I was gonna be a lot more yes mommy, as opposed to I am mommy. So, you know, life's little surprises. I'm not gonna do I'm not doing a free one. No. Hey! I don't think I don't see that next one. Why am I making you blush? I am doing no such thing. Your reaction is your skill issue, honey. The balance. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, wait, I forgot what the yes please is for. Yeah, I'm not doing a freebie. Now that's one I haven't seen in a long time. The Moe Moe Kyun Ada Ada style. Let's see if I can get this to work. So, some of you might have seen me do the actual Moe Moe Kyun, like an actual maid cafe thing, right? So, an Ada Ada style is more like, well, if I get myself in the mode like this, it sounds a little bit more like, Oi, shiku nare, moe moe kyun. and have to give the people what they want. I don't have to do that. I need to be worth my while. Like when you use your points. Yeah. I mean, technically, yes, I am supposed to deliver a certain amount of entertainment, but, you know, if I just gave out ada-adas whenever people wanted them, then, well, it would be the end of it. It would mean nothing. It would be useless. Useless, I tell you. Hence why I paid for it. Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know, I might need to transfer my laundry and do a couple things actually while I'm upright. Oh yeah, we're almost like into hour 2 and I haven't taken a break. Yeah, I'm gonna take a quick break real quick. Give you all a chance to play some words on stream and let me fetch my laundry and run the kettle again, maybe refill the teapot. Yeah, I'll be right back. BRB! I return. I'm back. Hello, hi. I wonder if my avatar is still glitching into the Ahegao zone. So that's another reason I'm 18 plus. I make references like that. Nope, still here. All right. Let me get back here. Hello. Did I miss anything? How y'all doing? I had just enough time to switch over the laundry loads, and reheat the water for the kettle. Hi, Black and Patchouli. Have we met? Why not yet, but that can be fixed. I don't know why it took me this long to get it properly, but I just had to. Hello, Celine. Good to see you. Hey, welcome back. I was lurking a bit busy with my hobby. Well, no worries. Do what you gotta do. I'm glad to be in the background. Any time that y'all spend with me is good. Yeah. But yeah, sorry for the little bit of extra time there. I needed a moment to, think of that, Bats. To, switch over the laundry and refill the tea kettle. Actually, it's interesting. I no longer have the tea that I was drinking before, but I started in on another bag of loose leaf. Like up till today, I've mostly been drinking like the pre-bagged stuff, which is fine. It's good, gets the job done. But we're getting into February pretty soon, and this is something I feel like I don't talk about too often. How many of you have a special month that you take something off? Not even for religious reasons or anything like that, or like something like that. Just for yourself, just for you. Because I'm not good at it in particular, and I could already foresee myself in some ways breaking this. But I mean, for me, it's less about perfection and more about just less. Every February, I make an effort to drink more loose leaf tea. Whether it's the passion fruit energizer from Tiesta Tea, or some of the ones that I've gotten from tea houses here in the Bay Area. Like I've got this chocolate chip, this quote-unquote flavored one from Lisa's Tea Treasures in the teapot right now, or anything like that. Hello, Sky! Let me wave at you real quick. Can I just say, this is such a huge improvement of mood over the beginning of stream. Thank you for bearing with me through that. Reminds me I need to get more tea. Listen, there's some great stuff out there. I highly recommend Tiesta tea because while it is still loose leaf, it's also pretty accessible, and in some places you can even get it in bulk. Winter is tea season, it is. Hey, finally, a version of tea that I'm not blocking. I'm sorry, I'll see myself out. Yeah, I'll go. But yeah, no, every February I try to drink more loose leaf tea. I remember at first it was a way for me to replace energy drinks. Because, I mean, you get caffeine from tea, but not as much. And I haven't been doing as much caffeine lately, but I think it's a healthy habit to have. At least compared to, doing energy drinks or trying to cut them out entirely. I feel like, and don't get me wrong, coffee is fine. I don't mind coffee. I will occasionally have coffee, but tea, I think there's something there. There's a variety there that makes it wonderful. Thoughts on mint tea? I haven't had too much mint tea, but I think I have had some, and it's good. I do like herbal tea as much as I also like, I guess regular tea. There's herbal tea, green tea, black tea, and I believe, like, there's a fourth one, if I remember right. Is it red? 4 types of tea. 5, okay. 4 main varieties, okay. White, green, oolong, and black. Okay. No, not that kind, Tishal. Clever, but no. Oh gosh, it's like I'm back on VR chat before I got the wireless set up. Ah, yes. The way that the camera glitched was just the sign to me that I really needed to thank you for that, Bats. And no worries, 8-bit. I hope that you have a great rest of your night, okay? Thank you for the walk by headphones. Oh goodness, okay. But yeah, I like tea. I should drink more tea, I tried that one TikTok YouTube short tea thing where you put 2 tea bags inside a small bottle of Sprite and it tastes great. What kind of tea bags? I have a feeling that the type of tea influences that a little bit. Don't get me wrong. I do like Sprite, and I do like tea. I don't know about the combination of the two. What I like. Fair enough. Maybe I'll need to, like, look into it. But yeah, no. February is usually a month where I try to reduce my intake of, like, energy drinks and other, like, fruit juices or stuff like that. Thank you for the head pats. And switch over to loose leaf tea. Now, granted, I still use cream and sugar, but I also feel like it's better than nothing. And it's probably a lot better than the amount of sugar that's in, you know, some of what I'd be drinking otherwise. I used winter tea and raspberry lemon. Ooh, okay. What's in winter tea, though? The last one was really good. Yeah, I don't know if I've tried that. Then again, okay, I'm weird like this. I don't spend a lot of time on, like, TikTok. I spend a little bit more on YouTube Shorts. They're not much better. They're really not. But I don't spend a lot of time on TikTok or YouTube Shorts. Like, I guess for me, it feels like not the kind of way that I'd want to use my time. Is it Radical Rack? Thank you so much for the follow on stream. It is great to have you here. I am Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat, and my music has been featured in Super Eurobeat, Initial D, DDR, and most recently, Miss Matara Khan of Vishojo. It is great to have you here. I hope you're doing well today. Radical Rack sounds like what's it? Sounds like a mascot for, like, a platformer game from the 80s or 90s. You're not the only person I know that doesn't like TikTok anymore. See, here's the thing. I still need to post content there. I'm still very much behind on posting content to, like, YouTube and TikTok and even Instagram Reels. And yes, I do mean Instagram Reels. The last time I posted one on there, we got close to 1 million views. It's a sad, necessary evil. Never heard that one before. Or a cat call. I don't know. What was I on about? I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, no, it's not that I dislike the things that I find there, or even that people don't send me videos to watch there, because they do, and I do enjoy it. Hello, Vermouth. It's more just like, I don't know, every time that I'll be on there for a little bit, I'll see some cool stuff, sure. But after a while, I just start to feel weird. There are some exceptions. There are VTubers that where I'll watch their TikToks. And I've even thought about like posting some Pada content or some tutorial content on, you know, TikTok and YouTube and even Instagram Reels. Here's the weird thing though. Instagram seems to be my thing. Like, here's the weird part. Ooh, that's a really gorgeous list. Hibiscus, apples, rose hips, cinnamon, speculoos, aroma, orange peel, elderberries, cloves, pepper. That sounds like a summer spa. Not to say that it's not appropriate for winter. It most certainly is for winter, but, like, actually, yeah, that feels like a winter spa now that I think about it. It just feels like a spa. But with Instagram, for whatever reason, people seem to really resonate with me there. And it might be because I had some amount of, you know, audience and people that I knew from, like, Facebook and such there. Speaking of tutorial content, you said in the past that they have 8 buttons and 8 dials. You get someone DJing. That would be cool content. That's already up. Actually, I wonder if I might have privated it because it was a lot of, you know what it was? I did that content as version 1.0. And I haven't done it. I haven't done a lot of tutorial content as me. So, it's interesting. Oh. Wow, it's been a while. I haven't seen a comment on my... Okay. Sorry. Every once in a while, I'll actually see, like, a Japanese comment on my YouTube. And it's like, oh, okay, that's good to know. Wow, no transphobia. Welcome back, Pixie. But yeah, for whatever reason, Instagram seems like the place where a lot of my stuff blows up. And yeah, 2.0 would be really fun. What I'm thinking of doing, by the way, is, you know how I've talked about, like, oh, I should do Eurobeat 101. and like all the tutorials like that, I'm starting to think that maybe those should be shorts. Because no one needs like a full 10-minute tutorial on how to make Eurobeat brass. Just like, look, I could practically demonstrate it now. I'm not going to because I don't have the script ready, basically, but it'd be fun to just kind of like clip moments of it from my stream and just upload it that way. In the same way, but like, how many of you have seen Pirate Software's shorts and TikToks, etc.? Because I love the structure where it's just like, it's just moments. It's just little snippets and vignettes and skits from, well, not even skits, just like little chunks from Pirate Software's live streams. Where you're just sharing life stories or how-tos or why not this, that, whatever. It'd be kind of cool to do something like that with Eurobeat production. Because like, I figured out how to make a Eurobeat brass in Vital easy enough. It's just, and it's chunky and it's good. It's the kind of brass that I would use and in fact have recently. I keep seeing Pirate Software shorts on my shorts feed. Yeah, that's the thing. Like somehow or another, like he's blown up. What are Pirate Software's pronouns? Let's have a look-see. I'm heartbound with River, and I'm pretty sure Pirate Software is a guy. Like him. But if not, then obviously I will adjust that as need be. It felt very weird to see that name getting more recognition. Yeah, that's the thing. Thor. Yeah, Thor. Pirate Software. Thor pronouns. Potato Sec. Pirate Software. Heartbound Wiki. About. That's not right. He. Okay. I'm seeing he. 6'2", goodness. Yeah, I feel like something like that where it's just like, oh yeah, you know, step 1, go here and drag this up to 5, you know, make sure that this is detuned only a little bit. You know, put this envelope here, and then, you know, here's how to get the modulation to work. There we go. Like, just kind of keep it short and sweet. You're 6'2", girl. Oh my. I'm a 5'8" woman. I'm not sure if I'm short or tall. I think I'm right in the middle. Like, just in between. Hello, United Space. Is it Aminorth? I heard that the international average for women's height is 5'5". Yeah, I'm 5'8" before heels. I'm not sure how tall I am after. Taller than me, so I'll take it. Well, don't forget, everyone. Just in case it's starting to weigh on any decisions that you might make. It's not about the energy. It's not about the size. It's about the energy of your height. It doesn't matter how tall I am or I'm not when you're on your knees. Right? I digress. Yeah, there are plenty of people that I know where it's like, I have seen a lot of folks that are like, you know, they might be like 6'5", but they don't have tall people energy. And I've seen some folks that are like, what, 4'11", 5'3", and they have plenty of energy. Like, they have plenty of, like, they loom in a building. If you're gonna riz me up, can we please go to see Listen, Riz is free. Dinner's not. But I drink so much milk, I don't know why I'm not getting taller. It might be going to other spaces. Besides, calcium is only a partial factor to why someone may grow or not. Especially if you've done a lot of your growing already. In my case, I do not have much hope of growing taller. In fact, on my particular set of Skittles, I will actually grow shorter. Because a lot of the tendons and ligaments in my body, I wouldn't go with that one type 2. I don't think that's the one I would use here. But yeah, no, what was I about to say? I actually have no hope of getting taller. In fact, a lot of the ligaments and tendons in one's body are in fact influenced by testosterone. And that means that mine will be loosening. And with that, I will become shorter. But what I can do is nurture my body in ways where it can grow out, like in and out a little bit more. So that'll be nice. Maybe someday I'm gonna get taller. I think there are ways to do it, but it's not the healthiest approach. All right, I'm gonna see if the tea is cool enough for me to drink. Oh my gosh, it's like a cup of hot cocoa. Oh my gosh, it's so good. That said, it's still very hot. All right, did that. But yeah, no, here's the thing. Be happy with the height that you are. Like I said, it's not the energy of how tall you are. Sorry, it is the energy of how tall you are. It's not the height. My brain is... The height of my brain is very small. But that's the thing, like... I'm not sure if she'll appreciate me saying this. Well... It can be our little secret, right? So, when I was at a certain party, I had the pleasure of meeting Cottontail, like Cottontail VA. And so, you know, the first time that I actually met her in person was at a rooftop party after TwitchCon itself. And I am taller than Cottontail. Just statistically, that's just a fact. But the way that she carried herself, the way that she like approached and gave me that hug, and the way that we were talking to each other, it didn't strike me that she was short. Because she's not. She's perfectly average, perfectly fine. Please no harm. But that's the thing. It's not about the height. It's not about the number. It's the energy. For instance, I know a very tall individual who does not give off tall energy. Just happens to be very tall. But is... We'll go with short energy. Yeah. Adorable. Precious. In heart, very small. And that's the thing. The moment I came to terms with my height when I was able to comfortably fit in a North America Miata, and my friends, I love Miatas. They're so cute. Tall dudes sometimes are like a huge teddy bear. Exactly. And that's the thing too. Like I found that a lot of taller individuals kind of get assigned a certain mindset. Like there are so many tall individuals that are just adorable, but they're expected to be like all looming and domineering and such. And it's like they can be some of the biggest like little lap pets that you've ever had. Hello, Kachu. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing very well today. How is your day going so far? Miata. You've all seen the regular car reviews video for the Mazda Miata, right? It's the best. It's the best sports car. It's a gleaming gold standard by which all sports cars are measured. It's a weirdly wholesome when you see a tall guy dating a short guy. Actually, I really like or the other way around. Okay. Short kings with tall queens. I love it. Here I was going to joke that since I'm so tall, will you call me mommy? Not quite. No offense, but well, I melt when I'm touched. I feel that though. Listen, for all the mommy energy I give off, I have almost fallen asleep. With, just from head pats. What about a tall queen and short queen? Get it. Love it. Amazing. The new Eurobeat hasn't been released yet. You are correct, Kachu. May I explain a little bit of why? Think of head pats. May I explain a little bit of why? I can't go into too much detail, but I'm going to pause the music because this is, I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret real quick. After I sip my tea, that is so good. Oh my gosh, that has no business being that good. Chat. You might know that, Strawberry Girl is essentially finished musically. It's not out yet. Do you know why? I'm working on something. Yeah, the instrumental is in the circulation. It's actually like playing in the background sometimes. But here's the thing. I have plans for how that song gets released to the world. Holding a hostage till we give you enough head pats? Not quite. I receive head pats as I please. No, this one. Here's the thing. No, I'm not going to start it that way. Thank you for the head pats. I am no longer just a musician. No, goodness. Okay. Don't get me wrong. Oh, no. Yeah. Okay. Right. What was I on about? I will do. Okay. So I'm no longer just a musician. I am now a VTuber, a streamer, a personality. Isn't that something? And with that, I feel like the way that I've been releasing my music can change. I've been tiptoeing towards it, especially since stuff like On Top of the Silo. No, not a lore video. It's not that intense, Celine. I will say that. But I do think now that I have a design, an appearance, there's more that I can do with what I put out in the world. And with that, a bit more polish, a bit more presentation, more of a show. Imagine that. With this song, I guess I'm taking my position as a VTuber a bit more seriously. A VTuber concert. I've kind of done VTuber concerts before, not in the same way. Like, it's more like the way that like agency VTubers will do karaoke, where it's just like a little PNG of a microphone. VTuber Eurobeat concert. You know, I could figure something like that out in like VR chat or something. Like find a little stage, like an idle stage world, and do it. Oh, thank you. And do it that way. I mean, this isn't in the plans at the moment, but you know, it's been a little while since we've since we've had a certain concert event, and now that I'm no longer beholden to the other folks that were, you know, co-running the event, if anything, yeah. Also got to learn more Pada Pada routines for that. Yeah, honestly. And like, have you seen, some of you might have seen the video from Ingen Hayeta that I retweeted recently, where she's doing Pada Pada to Set Me Free by Cherry. I would love to do something like that. Her tracking is not too far from mine. She has more for like the face and such, but yeah. I'm gonna take a quick sip. But yeah, Strawberry Girl has some things going on. Until then, of course, I have other music work that I have to do, a lot of client stuff before I get to other things. And gosh, there's actually a few things I really need to work on too. But yeah, is Odyssey collaborating with Hatsune Miku? I am not, sadly. I think I'm supposed to have, like, at some point in the past, I bought a copy of Hatsune Miku and like the Vocaloid engine and such. I've never really gotten it to install properly. For whatever reason, it just doesn't do what it's supposed to. And it's a shame because like I want to work with the Vocaloid. Actually, I think I was able to get it to work at one point. I don't remember what happened. All right, another hydrate. Oh, this tea is so good. Oh my gosh. But yeah, yeah, Strawberry Girl isn't out yet. No chat, she was kidnapped by a very tall cockroach lady. I was released from that. Besides, you can't exactly call it kidnapping when it's willing. Gosh, unironically though, like jokes aside, I would love to work with Matara again. Her voice is immaculately suited for Eurobeat. How many of you haven't listened to Night Cover? The legitimate question. Who here hasn't heard Night Cover by Matara Khan? I'm not here to shame. I'm just making sure how much we need to fix that. For those who don't know, when I talk about, oh yeah, you know, featured, you know, and Matara Khan of VShojo, I'm talking about a VTuber with the agency VShojo. And I had the pleasure of working with her on her first original song as Matara. As a matter of fact, you know what? Screw it. We're going on a field trip. We're going there now. And there's some stuff to talk about with that in a good way, in a really good way. Okay. Matara Con night cover. Please let this be a normal field trip. With the Empress? No way! Sorry. But yeah, let me back up a little bit. Scooch to the side. Pull down the projector once again. Oh yeah, I gotta drop the background out. Oop. Okay. So, night cover. This is a song that I worked on with Matara Khan. She and I worked together on the lyrics, and I composed it and produced it, and a team of amazing people worked on the video and even the mastering. Our very own Shinon actually mastered the song. And that's that. I forgot you still sang like that. That's not me singing. That is Listen, you think I sound like Matara? You think I sound like Matara Khan? That is a huge compliment. Yeah, that's Matara. That is Matara Khan of V-Shoujo. She sounds perfect for Eurobeat. And by the way, a quick thing about, I'm gonna put this way because I need you to go and support that on your own time. Sorry about that. I'm gonna need y'all to check that out on your own time and support the release and such. So what happened was she wrote the lyrics. How do I say? She and I were formulating this in the Hollywood years. Actually, I just realized that there's quite a few Momos in here that might be fairly new to the community. I'm not sure how much I've talked about it or how much she's talked about the song. I know there's been a couple of things. Yeah, she and I have been working on that since like the Hollywood years. And I remember when she ended her Hollywood tenure, I was convinced that she was not going to be interested in that. So then when I get a little notice where it's like, hey, hi, still doing stuff. Wanna keep working on the song? I'm like, okay. And then we did. Some of you might also remember a little bit of the stuff with the distribution. It's not a thing that I feel like how do I say? I bring this up to speak well of Matara. There was a mistake that I made in the original distribution. Like, the first time that it was on Spotify and stuff like that, I put it in a few places that she didn't originally want me to put it. There was a misunderstanding about where she wanted it to go and how she wanted it available. But when she found out, like, oh, it's on this and that and whatever, she was extremely, like, kind and straightforward about it. It's like, hey, that's not what I intended. Let's talk about it and sort this right. And we couldn't actually have the call for, like, a few days. I cried. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, I just upset Matara Khan. I just ruined everything. I broke it all. I have ruined everything. That was a rough couple of days. But we finally had that call, and she was super sweet. And I think I apologized more than the Canadian in that call. And we worked on where it would go and where it would be available for free and which stores and things would allow for listening as much as people wanted without without having to pay for it. And it was really, I like that she went out of her way to understand before reacting, because having something that you wanted done a certain way go so right until it goes so wrong, and like find out there's some angle that was unexpected or that feels off, that can be surprising and frustrating and disappointing. And it would have been completely understandable for her to be a lot more upset. But she was extremely kind. So we have an amazing cockroach Oshi in Matara, not just because, you know, not just because she's pretty, not just because she voice good, but just who she is. Matara is something special, and I would love to work with her again soon, especially now that I more fully understand her philosophy on music releases, and the way that she likes to put stuff out there. Yeah, I'd love to do some more stuff on her channel. I'd love to maybe feature her on like some stuff on mine or just whatever. I don't know. I want to spend more time with Matara. She's a sweetheart, and I think she's very cool. I like the sound signature of my ZSXs, but they don't fit my ears very well. I'm on CCA C12s now, fit much better. I am not well versed on headphones anymore. I briefly worked with Oppo Digital. Like, I was there right about when the PM3 headphones were new, and that was part of my job. Hello, Gojo. It is great to see you. I hope you're doing very well today. Yeah, I want to share a little bit of that. Matara is not just, you know, cool VTuber. She's something special. What I'm hearing is Audie and Matara collabs. Listen. This is not me confirming anything. It's more just me like, let's do it again sometime. I think she's cool. I thought of it's better because Crinacle? I have no idea. But yeah, no. Why was I bringing up Matara-Khan? Why was I bringing up Bishoujo? I think it was just like good vocalists and such. Oh yeah, because I was apparently kidnapped by a very tall cockroach lady. The very tall cockroach lady can abduct me anytime. Please. Yeah, no, that's not an unwilling abduction on my end. She could just be like, all right, come on, Odyssey, we're going. I'm like, okay. Like, she could just like pick me up by my head and just be like, all right, we're going somewhere. Okay, bye. I'll be back soon. Now I want a version of the video with you in a sidecar instead of a Momo. That's really cute. That'd actually be really cute. I do wonder though, there was a version of Night Cover. So here's the thing. When I was sending Matara the demo and like, here's how the vocals should sound, I did record myself singing the parts. Next time she's gonna get kidnapped by Feisty Smollett. Are you referring to Iron Mouse? Listen, not only would I love to work with Iron Mouse if she'd have me, oh my gosh, like to be chosen by VTuber royalty at this point. At TwitchCon, she seemed to be quite happy. There was a moment actually during her meet and greet where I had brought up that I had done some music with Matara, and she's like, wait, did you do the thing that I know about? I'm like, that's the thing. She's like, please understand, I am representing what she actually said here. She said, I am obsessed. I must have you. There is nothing in the VTuber world more validating than Iron Mouse saying, I must have you. So I pull out my business card and put it over my head and bow and say, take me, I'm yours. I would Oh my gosh, I would probably cry happy tears if I got to work with Mousy. Just, oh my gosh, her voice on anything. Um, like, I don't know how to put it, but yeah, I love that idea so incredibly much. Um, I and don't get me wrong, it's not just like, oh, VTuber go brrr. This isn't just, oh, Mousy big numbers. This is Mousy brought my sister and I closer together. This is Mousy watching her fight from like just starting out to, or like pretty early on, up to where she is now. One of the most well-deserved rises to VTuber fame I have ever witnessed. Any kind of fame, really. Think of that, dots. So to be any part of that, to be part of any part of that expression, any part of what she wants to release to the world, it'd be a tremendous honor. So yes, I would very much like to be, I'd very much like to be kidnapped by a feisty, small Latina demon woman. Yeah, like, or, speaking of demon women, in the background, my hyper techno remix of Cunningham by Akuma Nimune. I would love to work with Numi. Oh my gosh, I would love to work with Numi. Or, I don't know, Numi, Ori, just Cottontail. Look, I am surrounded by such incredible talent in this scene, and, how do I say, even, no, you don't have to. Just listen, she's aware of me. She does not need any pressure in that regard. Giri, I don't think I've heard a lot of Giri's singing. Has she done singles before? Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm gonna take a look. Onigiri, see videos, maybe playlists, stream mix, dance, Onibro chill mix. You're taking singing lessons, okay. TBH and Odyssey Hololive collab would be down for that. I also, well, I mean, I know that Narissa also, yeah, Tricky, oh yeah, Cinder. Oh, I would love to work with Cinder. Oh my gosh, her original work is really, really quite good. Yeah, I would love to work with Cinder. Tricky, yeah, Tricky did a lot of singing before she was a VTuber in the first place, right? Fruit's also really good. I feel like with Fruit, I'd want to do something more like metal oriented. And I feel like I would do the same thing with Cottontail, since she seems to like metal a lot. Wait a minute. Ike Eveland, professed Eurobeat fan, and just an overall sweetheart. I would love to work with Ike on a Eurobeat track. Oh my gosh, listen. This isn't me just going like, oh my gosh. There is some fangirling involved. I'm gonna be real. Katie. Oh, OBD Katie Cat. Ooh, yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, look. I would love to work with so many VTubers. It's not even a matter of like, yes, I am fangirling a little bit, but there are so many talented folks. I've already worked with Chi-Chi. I'd love to work with her again. I don't know. I just... about the park. There's a couple of things that go into it. I'm going to pause the music for a second, actually, just because, like, I have this weird perception of myself in this field. And in terms of being a VTuber, it feels a bit like Audience Zen. Yeah, I know Zen's played some of my stuff on her stream before, like a couple of times. Probably not intentionally, but like Toho Eurobeat stuff would come up when she was doing like Euro Truck Simulator. But like, the thing for me is I often feel like I'm yesterday's news. A lot of my big stuff was in the previous decade. Don't get me wrong, I'm putting out bangers now. But the idea of VTubers wanting to work with me in the here and now, even as it does happen, even as stuff I won't get into, it still surprises me in a pleasant way. And the idea of looking up to a lot of other talents and finding out that they're looking at me in a similar light, it's surprising in a very pleasant way. And yes, that is a flag that you see. It is my hairpin for this avatar because it is It is a flag that I fly proudly. But yeah, no, I guess for me, it's just that idea of the people that make the stuff that I love and the streams that I love wanting to work with me is, it's a shock. Prettiest flag ever. It really is. The color scheme is just beautiful. And just like, I love that how there's meaning in the structure too. I'm gonna have a sip. More like a swig. Oh, it's such good tea. I'm slowly raising mine. Ah, very good. That's fantastic, Rusted. Sorry. But yeah, VTubers. I would love to work with Matara again. I'd love to work with Mousy. I'd love to work with Narissa. I'd love to work with, oh, another hydrate. I would love to work with Ike. I would love to work with Numi, with Ori. Oh my gosh, have you all heard Ori? Like Orihime VT singing? Her music taste is already very good, but then the fact that like she can sing and oh my gosh, that tone. I'm sorry. I am fan of, yeah, Chibi. Yeah, like Chibi, listen to me. I'm gonna pause the music again real quick. You ever listen to Chibi just hum something? You ever listen to Chibi just kind of sing along with the background music for a little bit? Notice something about it. She's accurate. She actually hums the key. She actually hums it in key and in pitch. She's actually quite good. But whenever it comes up, the idea of her singing, she'll go, "Oh, I'm not that good. I'm not that good." Or something like that. And it's like, you are good. You can do it. This isn't to put pressure on her. Obviously, like, if she doesn't want to, then that should be all there is to it. But I think she can. I think she might be a more talented singer than we're letting on. Try convincing Joel to make a Eurobeat track. Oh, Porcelain Doll. Porcelain Maiden, sorry. I think I bumped into Porcelain Maiden at that same party where I met Cotton. Right at the very end. I think I've heard Joel sing though. Does Joel have like covers out there? Like I know that he's read Go the Blank to Sleep. There's the background music. There's, oh, that's the video that Uranus made for Joel. Yeah, Porcelain made. Okay, weird side note. One of the signs that I'll know that I've made it is someday when Uranus decides to draw me for whatever reason. The fact that I'll have made it that far. Y'all have seen Uranus's art, right? I don't know. It's just one of those things about the VTuber where it's like, oh, my skin is clear. My crops are thriving. It reminds me of the Ghostbuster tape that Joel has. Different Joel, right? We're talking about that Joel is with Vine Sauce. That's Varg Skeletor, right? I call the pizza place and I tell them I want a ghost pizza. But yeah, I mostly see BGM. It'd be interesting to see how a Eurobeat track with Porcelain Maid would go. Flintstones, yeah, it's like granddad. Now what's weird is, when I think about like VTuber adjacent creators, it's interesting because a lot of people think about, you know, folks like Germa. But that's like, okay, I know Germa, but I knew about Germa through Varg Skeletor. And it's like, I also knew a little bit about Varg Skeletor through Simple Flips. And it's like, wait a minute, wait. Yeah, exactly. The pizza, man, eat it. Coefficient, I've seen a little bit of Coefficient. So if I get into Eurobeat production, I'm making a Eurobeat version of that entire mixtape. Please do. Please do. Actually, if I remember right, Varg Skeletor actually does like Eurobeat and Italo Disco. He's mentioned it by name. So there is that. Yeah, Germa's been around for a hot minute. So has Joel, though. So that's the thing. Like, it's weird to see the cross-pollination in a way, you know? It's neat to me. But yeah, I like I don't know. I'm sorry. I've started so many sentences and finished none of them. Let me take a sip. Oh, that's so good. The idea of the VTubers that I appreciate and adore wanting to work with me is extremely validating. And it is a bit of a fangirl dream of mine, you know? It's like, oh my gosh, I get to work with my Oshis! But it's also like, well, yeah, I admire them. I appreciate them. Part of why I remix Numi, like, what, 2 or 3 times now? Is because I like her music. And yeah, and obviously, I like her as a... what concept did I use for Eurobeat Overdrive? That was just a track in a day. I wrote the lyrics kind of on the spot because I just wanted to write a song. It is actually one of the most generic sets of lyrics I've written, but people seem to like it, actually. Aw, hello, Jade. Cutie and incredible artist spotted. Well, I see another cutie, so that, I guess that makes 2. Hell, and the other content creators adjacent to the sphere, I'm reminded of Sea-Dog and his poor wallet due to cinnamon tax roll. Sea-Dog's been shaping up a little bit musically, too. That'd be interesting. My Fortnite default dance on non-overdrive. I can do what you must. I have done a Eurobeat remix of the Fortnite default dance. Actually, you know what? Screw it. Let me see if I've got it in my playlist. My voice is doing really well today. I'm only noticing this now. All right. How far back was this? Aha, here we go. There it goes. But yeah, I've done the thing. Another hydrate. Yep. I saw that, Daniel. Yeah, Matara's been getting into Warhammer and like hanging out with Bricky for that too, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, take care, Vera. Thank you so much for popping in. Have a great rest of your evening. Can we get some love in the chat for Vera? Yeah, so here's the weird thing. I remember Bricky from So You Want to Main. Like his League content. So like so to see Matara Khan hang out with a creator that I remember from back then, it's like, oh, okay, that's another thing. I swear, I'm gonna get into something else, and it will turn out that they are either a fan of Eurobeat or have done it for years, or they know a VTuber that I know and very much enjoy. That's just how life works. But yeah, I've been seeing that Matara's been really into, Bricky. So and here's the thing. I don't know too much of Bricky's content. That I hope that is not a slight. What I have seen of Bricky's is fantastic. I think he also had a series about like Dead by Daylight, right? I actually want to bet Bricky has heard of Eurobeat in one way or another. Here's the thing about Eurobeat in just kind of awareness. People have heard the name before. Okay, here's the thing. Let's say that 100 people represent, I don't know, people that have ever heard Eurobeat in their life. I would say of the 90 that like it, 45 have heard the name Eurobeat. And 10 of those know what the Eurobeat world is, separate from stuff like Italo Disco or Eurodance or something. And maybe 5 of those are steeped in the Eurobeat world. Is it Miss Calcified? Thank you so much for the follow in the stream. It is great to have you here. I am Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat, and my music has been featured in Super Eurobeat, Initial D, DDR, and Matara Kanavi Shoujo. It's great to have you. I hope you're doing well. Playing Warhammer while listening to Eurobeat. Yeah, most people think it's Europop or Eurodance. A lot of people have heard of it. It's rather synonymous with Initial D. Exactly, and that's the thing. When they do know what it is, like, oh, it's the Initial D music. And that's part of why I'm a VTuber now. I want to start building associations outside of Initial D, additional to Initial D. Because again, the Eurobeat world would be lesser for missing associations with Initial D and racing and cars, etc. But I don't like that people think that's all it can be. I want this to be a Eurobeat world with and. Additional yeah, I see what you did there. I want it to be a world of Initial D and other things. VTubers and car racing. You know, anime openings and Pada Pada. You know, like, there's so much that can go into the world of Eurobeat. That, Eurobeat on fighting scene. Like, fighting games? Oh, hell yeah, let's go. I would love that. I remember there was a brief time when, there was a famous yo-yo performer that used, I think it was Super Euro Flash from High Energy Attack. Miss Odyssey, what kind of mind or concept did you have when working on Eurobeat Overdrive? Kachu, I made that song within a day, and the lyrics were inspired by needing to write them very quickly. So I resorted to a lot of Eurobeat traditions, a lot of Eurobeat tropes, if you will. It was me kind of having fun and writing something quickly and silly. There wasn't really a particular concept that I had for it in mind. That was more to see how quickly I could make a Eurobeat song in the first place. That was the concept. Write something quickly. Imagine a Street Fighter 6 character stage with Eurobeat BGM. I mean, Eurobeat can go well on credits or outro. I suppose so, yeah. Yeah, I feel like the Eurobeat world would be enriched for more of an expansion. Like, promise me it feels like, yeah! Like, a lot of Aishu would be really nice, just like sentimental stuff. I know that Eurobeat has been used for intros for like One Piece. And several other anime. I think there was an ending song for Inuyasha that was technically done with done at A Beat C. Which is interesting. Like, there's so much that you could do. I think even Ike Ike was used for what, like Ichigo 1000% or something. There is a strong contingent of non-initial D Eurobeat using, non-initial D anime using Eurobeat. Then Eurobeat Overdrive is a fast Eurobeat, correct? Pokemon had one, yes. I want to see someone do Argent Eurobeat with the Mick Gordon aesthetic. Ooh, that would be interesting. Ike, yeah. Ike, Abernite, pretty girl, mini skirt, Ike, all your shoes, not heel shoes, and then you feel the power. Yeah, that's Eurobeat. The one that's ripping off We Like to Party. Yeah, that's Eurobeat. Late at night, I'm gonna feel imagination, you're so right. I need a rhythm invasion. Yeah, that's Eurobeat. Hey DJ John Robinson. Yeah, that is. Eurobeat for Mario Kart. I mean, I suppose so. Gotta jump out. Jesse, thank you so much for popping in. Have a great rest of your evening. What's the difference between Eurobeat and Eurodance? That's a good question. I will say Eurodance tends to be slower. It tends to be more likely to have a swing, and is more often punctuated by how do I say? It's the difference between running in the 90s and Aqua. Not to say that you can't have the like diva, like chirpy diva and the low growly masculine voice in Eurobeat, because that's definitely happened. But you're more likely to get that kind of duo approach and that slower, like, you know, 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 versus 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, which is more Eurobeat. You know, if it's bouncy and slower and a little bit more like that would be. Blue is technically Eurodance. Yeah, actually, there's a video by what's his name, who does music tutorials. Oh gosh, he did the tutorial on how to Virtual Riot. Dylan Tallchief did a video on Eurodance, and he briefly touched on Eurobeat. And he talked about the similarities and the differences. He wasn't spot on. Running in the 90s has been overrated to me since it's way overused than every Eurobeat ever. I don't think that's the song's fault. I think it can still be a good song that's just overplayed. Let's see. I was thinking about it recently, and I'm still not sure Hara Hara Yukai is technically Eurobeat, but it feels very close. So here's the thing. A lot of J-pop and you know, Japanese dance acts had Eurobeat elements in it. I'll put it that way. So when is Audi gonna play the slave labor Pokemon with guns game powered? Never. It is still a rip-off AI-infused game that is antithetical to what so many people are looking for in the gaming world. I just don't think it would be ethical for me to play it. I have no interest. I have no desire. It's, oh gosh, it's Genshin and Fortnite and Pokemon all mixed together with guns. Woo! I'm not gonna do that. I have no desire to play it. Even if it was a kind of game that I'd be interested in or would find enjoyment in, it just doesn't feel right. It feels like the kind of song. Feels like the. Hello? You ever just nod your head down so much you go into the ahegao zone? Hello? Hello? Can I have my head back, please? Okay. Oh, well, come on. Well, 1 second. That's my reaction to Pal World. It's a little unsettling when it comes back. Sorry about that. But yeah, no. I have some serious ethical issues with Pal World. And I have no intention of playing it. It looks fun. It looks like they distilled all the right stuff from other games into this one. But it's still just a mishmash of sludge. And using AI art to boot. I don't want to support it. I don't plan to support it. Here was a game that we were rightly slagging off and making fun of for months, and then it comes out and we reward that lack of care and treatment with millions of purchases. There's no reason to do that. I don't plan to play Pal World. I don't plan to support that. I would rather play Genshin. I would rather play Pokemon. I would rather play all that other stuff. Too long to say. No worries, no worries. Yeah, I don't plan to play Pal World. I'd rather play the stuff that it derives from. And even then, that's coming from me who hasn't played Genshin on air for a while, who would be very happy to drool over Alhaitham. Anyway, the concept is hilarious, but an execution is just meh. Yeah, it is funny to imagine, like, Pokemon with guns, but it's just really messed up. As much as I like the idea of TPCI getting taken down a peg, I don't like how many designs I stole, especially from fans, and the fact that they're definitely feeding their AI with any content. But yeah, exactly. Life is short. And I'm gonna sit here and be like, yeah, you know, like, life is short, do what you gotta do. If something brings you joy, then do it. But please understand, there are better ways to get your joy. There are more ethical ways to have your fun. I can't in good conscience support, Pal World. The messed up part in Pal World is the fact that you can Pokeball people. I've heard about that, and like something about like you can butcher pals, which is more than a little messed up. It looks like something you'd see in Fortnite, and that's saying something. Listen, no, Fortnite has better execution. I've actually had a good amount of fun in Fortnite. Gonna be real. Like, I actually quite enjoy no-build Fortnite. Yeah, I said it. We like Fortnite. We like Fortnite. Those kids are doing okay, by the way. Weird show of hands. Do any of you ever think about, like, the kids that are in that video? We like Fortnite! We like Fortnite! Kids that are, like, doing the dances and such. I feel bad for them. Because, like, they're probably never going to express that they like something ever again. Here were kids just enjoying something innocently. They're what, 10? And now they're being told by grown adults to self-harm and worse because they like a video game too much. Real cool, real great. So, that's how the world punishes people that like things, especially children. But I digress. Yeah, I'm not gonna be playing Pal World. I think I did that hydrate, but I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna refill my, my cup. I feel like people are so eager for the dunk that they're not thinking about who they're actually impacting on. Like, I'm not going to talk about this too much because it gets into some dark territory that affects people I know and care about. There was that thread about like, oh, don't use USB microphones. If you read it, it was at worst a lukewarm take on, oh, here's why USB microphones, you shouldn't use them. That if any regular, just boring white dude had written, people would just be like, oh, whatever. But because it left its target audience, everyone was resorting to just getting their dunk in, getting it. And it's not just, haha, this is a bad take. This was worse. And seeing the effect that it had on the person that I knew was really hard. So it's not, I can't sit here and advocate for that kind of behavior. It's like, yeah, bad takes are bad takes, call out things that are straight up wrong. But with someone having a lukewarm taste on microphones, maybe a death threat isn't the way to go about it. Someone makes a cute video about liking girls and not just one specific kind. Let's have death threats! And because of that, we lose Joe Cat. Like, it's just like, I'd like to see the internet just chill for a second. Can we not jump on everyone that has a lukewarm take? Can we let people like things? Can we focus our energy on stuff that actually matters? Of course we can't, because we have to get our social points. Or, haha, I sure dunked on them. I'm sorry, I have strong opinions about that. It's just like, but yeah, Fortnite has better execution about some of the things that I've seen in Pal World, and I also hope that the kids that did the We Like Fortnite video are doing okay. Joe Cat took more of a thump than Linus Tech Tips, and Linus was way more wrong. Well, that's the thing. See, causing harm to others on the internet is apparently less of a sin than being cringe. Apparently. That's not me saying that's a good thing. It's more just like... it's amazing what people will invest their energy in. I'm glad I joined your community because I've been able to talk about what I like and I won't get ridiculed for it. Daniel, I am so glad you joined too. I love that you've been able to share so openly, and that's something that I've been trying to build into my community since the start. An authenticity and a support and an encouragement. And of course that couldn't have happened without the moderators being very much in on that value. It's part of why I brag on y'all. Like, that was something that, dropping all the racing knowledge. Yeah, honestly, like, I love that. And the thing is, like, there's so much that we can do on the internet. We have so much that and I'm not going to be here like, we have the power to make a difference. But like, okay, I do have a community around my work. Why don't I make it a place where I'd want to hang out? Why don't I make it a place that's open and receptive and kind? And so I did that. And I'm like, okay, so what does that take? What would I value? What won't I put up with? And having Dart Runner and Shinon and Pixie and Takaru and Arkines and just everyone. I received a message from you. I think there's a lot of value in just the way that we've gone about it. I feel like we've really succeeded. The internet has the sum of all human knowledge, and we use it to look at silly pictures and grumble at strangers. We can be better. Considering you made a movement when you wore socks, I can see you making a difference a little. Well, yeah, but here's the thing. Not everyone gets that chance. Not everyone gets to have a platform. Like, I'm surprised that people were following me back then. And I feel like a lot of that was still based on, oh, she made that song that Living Tombstone remixed. But the fact that people are still here. Not everyone has nice socks. We can fix that. Maybe I need to get a sponsorship from like Sock Dreams or something. Or wherever I go next with merch, I might do some sock work. Maybe I'll be the model. Not everyone ends up like Taylor Swift with millions of followers. Yeah, and I mean that's not inherently a bad thing. As a wise man once said, you only live once. Well, yeah. How do I say? I'm very glad that I could build something where people feel comfortable and safe. It's been particularly a blessing to see how many gender variant people have come through my community, or even come out in my community. If you're gonna sponsor socks with Under Armour, I don't think I have that level of reach with where I'm going next. By the way, weird side note, I have essentially picked where I'd like to do the next merchandise. Even the amounts of people from different backgrounds. Yeah, honestly, because like, here's the thing. Eurobeat's for everybody. I mean, yeah, you still gotta support it and like throw money at it, just like any other genre, but like, I feel like what I do is, it should be for everyone. Well, the music should, for the most part, be for everyone. There's some songs that are certainly not for kids. Are you gonna model the merch, the new merch? Not a bad idea, that. I'll think about it. I'm not sure what the system will be for, the merch that I will be doing going forward. It's why I choose to be kind and uplifting to people online. I'm not going to have a major following or reach. Most folk will never read my stories or the like, but I can uplift a few lives around me online and outside the virtual realm, and that has an impact. Even tiny acts of kindness can improve the world around us. I'll even add to that, we never know the scale of impact that we have on other people. It's why I chose, like, did I say it differently? Yes, Eurobeat is for everyone. Did I phrase it poorly? I'm sorry. Someone mentioned melting like a quesadilla earlier. I think I want some Taco Bell. I should add stuff to my treat stream. So, I don't know. I'm glad that we have a space where cringe is dead in the Odyssey Eurobeat community. I mean, I make cringe music for a living. Eurobeat music is cringe, and I love that. We gotta have fun. Life is too short to be like, oh, that's cringe. Oh, that's stupid. Didn't phrase it. I just thought about, oh, yeah. 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 I will say, there have been occasional moments where I've taken a peek into the Eurobeat fan base and found instances of, not the best, viewpoints that I've seen. But, for the most part, the folks that I've met in the Eurobeat world are quite good. I think that's why I've become so nice. Damn, VTubers really can make a difference. I don't know. I feel like VTubers are like any other creator in that any one of us can make a difference. True, there was once a guy that said he was happy to see more people who are black, like me, playing dubstep, and it made me smile hearing that. I haven't heard that from a person in a while, but I was happy what I did motivated him/them. Right on! And yeah, like, I feel like, how do I say? I'm not qualified to speak about race. I am very much, not. But, like, I do think that there is a lot of importance in representation, more than I thought. And hello, Simon. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. I feel like it's been... I can only speak to my own experiences, but I do think there is a lot of power to being that person. Like, I'm not the only Eurobeat VTuber that I know. I mean, I'm not even the only Western Eurobeat VTuber I know. If we count when Turbo was using the floating head avatar. But I can be something new to someone. For a lot of people, and this is not me trying to blow my own horn. If anything, it's a certain amount of pressure. There's some pressure that comes with this. Am I the only sexy VTuber? Hell no. Hell no. Not by a long shot. Have any of you seen, Saratu Usa? How many of you seen, how many of you have seen, just other Eurobeat VTubers, especially in the Japanese side of things? I am not the only sexy Eurobeat VTuber by a long shot. And it depends, of course, on how you dictate sexy Eurobeat VTuber. I might play to it a little bit more often, but do I know about Lobotomy Corporation? Is that one gacha game where like your head is a clock? That sounds familiar. Turbo's VTuber. Turbo's done VTubing before. Sexy with a wholesome side. Really, only a side of wholesome. I do have some holes. Yes. That just kind of slipped out. Wow. The sexiest Eurobeat VTuber will be the one who denies they are sexy the hardest. I don't know about that. But Game by Project Moon. I think I saw another VTuber play it. Also, I'm gonna take a sip. You cry, lol. Why do you cry? What's wrong with Teeter? I need to learn Japanese again for the Japanese VTubers. I would like to know more of what people are talking about in more detail. Turbo does have a Twitch. One of these days, in fact, I would be quite happy to. Wait, where did my spoon go? Oh no, tell me I didn't put it back in here. Your banana just slipped into the drain. Big is the drain? It's basically managing SCPs, IIRC. Like, wait, which SCP? Oh, the game. Yeah. Blue, I'm actually planning on learning more Japanese. I've been doing Busu for a little while, and I'm planning actually to go with an actual textbook. As a matter of fact, if I was streaming on Wednesday this week, which I'm not, I would have chosen Thursday to figure out a way to stream learning Japanese. Because I feel like that'd be fun to learn it together. Is Turbo streaming sometimes? Yes. Turbo streams every so often. I don't think it's a consistent schedule, but it is sometimes. Let's see. Yeah, let me see. I think he just streams whenever he's working on stuff. He used to stream more often. Like with games and such, but I do think that he more often than not will just stream when he's working on music. Like I think his last work was a Eurobeat remix of Fairy of Akiburse, which came out like a day before. So it shows you how quick Turbo works. But he'll stream for like 6-7 hours in a row and just crank out gold, Eurobeat diamonds. I miss when I had Turbo Stamina, but I never quite had his ability to crank out songs that quickly that often. What is his name on Twitch? Good question. Let me see. Boop. And 3 more links. He doesn't link to his Twitch very often, does he? I'm gonna close that and that and that. Let me see when he last posted his Twitch stream. Aha. It is twitch.tv/turboa_. As per an agreement, yeah, exactly. And I'll do that hydrate. Oh, it's so good. Sorry. Now, I was kidding about the banana thing. I thought I'd get someone's reaction. That's all good. Yeah. I have already forgotten what I was about next. I think we're getting done. We're getting close to like 3.5 hours. Before we wrap up, would anyone like, are there any questions, comments, remarks, reactions? In the meantime, I see, oh, we haven't raided Nags in a little while. I think it'd be fun to raid Nags. Give it the bats. I see Cinder, Giga, Nags, Yuzu, Sayu, Basil Wolf, Suko's still going. What's up, Teeter? Nags is cute. Nags is cute. Actually, the few times that I've interacted with Nags, he's always been a real stand-up guy. Like, I don't know, I saw him at TwitchCon this last year and didn't do anything. Are you gonna say chicken butt if I say what, Teeter? I don't know. I didn't know what to say because he and I haven't interacted much, but I do have a lot of respect for Nags. Um,
Not.
can I have it roted Nick of Turbo? I don't hear exactly his name. Oh, scroll up a little bit. AXR had it. So I see Lilac, I see Noble Wish, Avenil, Isa, DJ Cat. Let's read Nags. I haven't read Nags in a little while. Would you work with Nyanners? She's a great singer. I'd consider working with Nyanners. I also do like Yuzu. Maybe rate Isa. Rate Isa. Who did the cover of Welcome to the Internet? I don't remember who that was. Didn't Nyanners do a cover like that? Let's see. There's Isa. Yuzu, I'm familiar with Yuzu. Yuzu hangs out with Giri and Bao and Numi and such. Yeah, I'm aware of Yuzu. Yeah, I'm gonna refresh that real quick. I have to be so bad. It was Kiria Kurayami who did the VTuber version of it. Yeah, Shy Lily. I like to work with Shy Lily. Oh my gosh, totally. There's Isa. All right, friends. Any last questions, comments, remarks, redemptions before we raid Isa? Please hurry with them. I have to pee. Shelly's not active right now. Yeah, I've seen that. I think she's planning like a re-debut, right? When next stream? Tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be doing Eurobeat production. The usual time, usual place. Wednesday is the day that I don't stream this week. If you work with Shy Lily, wait. If you work with Shy Lily, maybe she'll get you into Gamer Subs. Here's the weird thing, J Tiger. I used to be with Gamer Subs. I used to be an affiliate with them. At the time, there was some stuff that emerged about how they were treating their artists and some stuff about their, at the time, CEO. Especially with some transphobia in the mix. And I couldn't represent it anymore, so I left. Since then, my understanding is that they're a lot better to their artists now, and it's owned by someone else. I believe it's Jay Schlatt specifically. So, I'd be down to get back into Gamer Subs. I'm sad that Twitch Korea will end its service on February 26th. I heard about that. Yeah, I did hear about that. I do see a nya. Will you do more music in the future? Of course. Oh my gosh, I'm not done doing music. If anything, the only reason I'm not releasing what I have is because I'm putting some polish on how it releases. I do see nya. I will do that in a second. Pixie has the Audi raid. Russian Badger just, yeah, Russian Badger actually worked out an agreement with me way back in the day to use a couple of my songs in one of his videos. Charlotte owns part of it. Badger and Lily. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, I am quite okay with what I see of Gamer Subsidy and Cute Squirrel. My usual time is 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. JST. And since I do see the Nya redemption, I'll go ahead and do that before we go. All right. All right. I have the rerun ready. Nya, 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 nya. Thank you for the head pads. What time Central Europe again? I don't have that one. I believe, I don't know what time for Central Europe. I do know that, 7 a.m. KST. I did not know that. I do know that Italy is 9 hours ahead of me, so like 11 o'clock at night for Italy and its time zone. All right, I'm gonna do that hydrate, and I do like to do one freebie, so I'm gonna do one more freebie before we raid the amazing, the talented, the fantastic Isa. So friends, before we go, one last little freebie for you. I'm gonna pause the music as I think of the headphones, as I do one freebie for you. Are you all ready? Ara ara, iko da ne. And with that in mind, we're going to go ahead and... oh.
No.
All right, friends, we're going to go ahead and raid Isa. Here is the raid message as provided by Sparkling Pixie. If you don't have my emote, not to worry, any heart will do. But for now, we're going to use that, and we're going to go ahead and raid the amazing... raid the amazing Isa, a talented vocalist and musician, and just altogether fantastic person. Until then, I am Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat, signing up. Thank you so much for coming. Let's go, Odyssey. Bye-bye. Mwah. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow, same time. Okay, bye. Yay. I forgot to mute, didn't I? There it is.